Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is Nod-Krai, and this is Genshin Impact. And we're in uncharted territory now, where Rear is supposedly gone. We don't know who's going to show up now with this mission. We have a lot of things on our mind. It's the dust is settling after a crazy Act 4. But I'm excited to see where this goes. Uncharted territory, guys. It's really uncharted territory. Okay, let's get on with the actual mission itself. Wait, is this with Catherine? Is that what the actual mission is? Yeah, oh, because this is the next Act 5. Let's go. Let's go. Very, very excited. Let's check it out.
Thank you for waiting. I finished checking your adventurer handbook. Here are your commission rewards.
Wait, what? We're starting off with a commission reward with this quest?
We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all your hard work lately. Perhaps you two could consider taking a vacation.
Wait, for real?
Amazing! Paimon never thought we'd end up having downtime in Nod-Krai.
This is really, especially with everything that happened, this is a really interesting way to start the quest.
Things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the wild hunt causing chaos or the Vatui stirring up trouble.
I mean, she's not wrong. A bit of a break after all that would not be a terrible thing.
It felt like this whole region was one giant slime barrel, ready to go boom at any moment.
This Dragon Quest reference. The Traveler and Paimon strike again. We really have achieved a lot since we got here. Haven't you? Honestly, it feels like Act 1 to 4 felt like a full. Like, each act felt like a full Archon quest in some ways, you know?
Sure have. Things were looking pretty dicey, but in the end, we managed to turn it around. Whoa! Paimon just got deja vu. Oh, that's right. It's because we've done this like a million times now.
Yep, honestly, 110%. We've gotten to dicey situations and had to get out of it as well.
Yes. Are you two aware that the Moon Prayer Night is soon to take place?
The Moon Prayer Night?
Oh, yeah. Llama told us that was coming up soon. Wait, why do you mention it, though? Do people in Nasha Town celebrate it, too? Paimon thought it was just for moon goddess worshippers.
You're partially right. Most people in Nasha Town just see the festival as an
Okay,
opportunity
so it's like
to
Christmas.
do business. They do not concern themselves with the religious element.
It's a lot like Christmas. It's like how a lot of people treat Christmas like a super religious event, but other people are like, yeah, but it's more commercial for me. Yeah, it's more just about the family time for me. Yeah.
The festival was first
the
celebrated by
flowers.
the Frost Moon Scions. On this day, they would wear moon prayer blossoms and celebrate the birth of the moon goddess through song and dance.
Very cool.
They would also prepare food and handicrafts and give them as gifts to others. Over time, it became Nod-Krai's most lively festival.
I mean, I'm all for that as well. Like the idea of even if you don't celebrate something religiously, you can definitely celebrate it kind of as a just for you know what I mean? It depends. Obviously, you don't want to disrespect. I'm not saying you should disrespect anyone's culture or anything like that, by the way. But Halloween was invented in Ireland, and people celebrate that all the time, and I think it's amazing. It's one of those things where, it feels like the idea of Christmas, right? The people will celebrate it in different ways, and people will, and here's the thing. If Llama comes to me right now and goes man, it sucks how commercialized this got, I'm going to be on her side too, you know what I mean? But right now, it just seems like the way Christmas is celebrated, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sounds
Yeah.
like fun.
I'm definitely up for it.
Great. Well, in the meantime, since Catherine doesn't have any commissions for us, let's focus on some personal business
I like it.
instead.
I like it a lot.
When we first got here, you mentioned that this was where your spaceship landed?
Yeah, we're actually gonna go back to this whole thing because I love that that's what happens with the Traveler all the time, which is oh yeah, but we have this mission where we're going to this one place for. Oh, we have to save everyone's lives. Oh yeah, didn't we come here for something?
We didn't get to follow up on it at the time because we got wrapped up in that whole rare situation.
100%.
But now we can finally start investigating it properly.
Except we have no idea where to start.
Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts, which goes, if you lift up a rock, you'll find something you weren't looking for.
I guess like all the bugs under the rock, maybe. That meme with the bugs under the rock.
By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're searching. But the moment you stop looking, it'll jump right out at you.
I'm not sure it's as simple as that. I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, let's go. I'm up for going with what Paimon says, in fairness. I'm definitely up for going with what Paimon said. I'm sure it's not as simple as that.
Could be worth a try, though, right? Anyway, Paimon suggests we focus on other stuff we want to do for now, and just keep an ear out for spaceship-related intel as we go.
No, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying. Like, it's like, yes, it's the idea of lifting up a rock and, like, you know, finding it along the way, but I also love this, what she's saying here, because I actually agree with this sometimes. Like, when you're looking for something, sometimes, like, say if I lost something, and, like, it's not something urgent that I need to find. Obviously, the spaceship could be urgent, depending on what way you look at it. But it's one of those situations where it's like, look, it's not of dire need at this second. Let's just do our other stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm looking for my USB key that I lost. I don't need it exactly right now. It's not dire. It's just something I would want to have. You know what I should do? Okay, let's just like, I'll keep going with the other stuff I'm doing today. And then naturally you might find it along the way of doing other stuff. We haven't seen Columbina in a while. Oh, can we go see Columbina? She used a huge amount of power in the final battle against Rear and has been much weaker since then. I don't know if I can do anything to genuinely help her, but surely a little chat can do no harm. One other thing that concerns me is we've seen no trace of the doctors. Oh my god, we said this, right? They kind of were referencing to Tori at the end of the last act, for sure.
What's wrong? She looks super serious all of a sudden.
I was just thinking about Columbina and the doctor.
Huh? Paimon gets why you'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything?
We learned back in Outland he's been investigating the moon. Not only that, but like there has been like a few references here or there to the doctor, right? And then even like, you know, they wouldn't just put like the tea party that the Marionette was having and the Knave was having, like the way they referenced a colleague that they would prefer to stay lost. Like when you think of everyone they're talking about, it just seemed like Dotori. It really did. I would have been disappointed if the Doctor wasn't mentioned at all in Nod-Krai. Not because I feel like he needs to have this like epic boss battle here, but I do think it's also a thing where like they set him up from that he was going to be here since Natlan, you know? I know they referenced him last time as well. Like at least to like talk about him, at least to have him be a part of the story, even if it's just making us paranoid like this. It's cool, you know? He's been suspiciously absent so far. Exactly, yeah, it makes you feel paranoid. I'm paranoid now.
Oh, that's true. And now that you mention it, we're definitely overdue for a showdown with the Fatui.
I mean, yeah, like we should be grateful that we're not fighting the Fatui right now, but still, she's not wrong.
It is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to?
Engrossed in one of his experiments, perhaps?
True. Paimon would much rather deal with Marionette anyway. She says the meanest things, but when it comes down to it, she doesn't seem like a bad person.
The Marionette is, yeah, she is like someone who is, I think, self-conscious and doesn't like to show her full personality. She's very guarded, but yeah, she's not terrible. She saved us in the past as well.
The pressure of being a Fatus, especially as a harbinger. Does she feel like she's got to act tough to keep up appearances
exactly
or
that.
something?
She saved our lives. Like, and you could say like, well, that was Columbina who saved us in the end. I genuinely think it was like, you know, before Columbina showed up to save us and saved us with that portal thing, the Marionette like came in and like, even though it was a deal that was made, it was still, she saved our lives, you know, maybe.
But then, every time we headed out with Rarier, she always wound up having to repair Polonia and her other
Yeah,
robots.
she's like, that's one thing that's so interesting about her as well, that she's always been like, if you think of it like the fight against Rear, she's been on the front lines more than often than you think, you know, the Marionette.
That's gotta sting. Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their
I
image.
suppose.
She's probably still furious about it.
Paimon, I have a feeling she might have heard that. Wait, what?
What?
Well, she's here?
She's not even here.
Oh, yeah.
What's the matter?
Catherine's like, oh, what's up?
Sorry. We'll be on our
We're
way
talking
now.
about her like in front of like one of her automatons.
Where are we again? Oh yeah, Columbina. Right. Yeah. Let's go see Columbina.
Yeah, it's okay though. Like I don't. Okay, we're starting Act 5. I don't think it'd be a bad thing for Columbina to hear that. I think she'd like would get a little bit. She'd be like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" She'd be like get a little bit angry, but it'd be kind of like very adorable. It would be, because it's so funny that the Marionette, when I first met her, she was terrifying. Like she was one of those characters I was like, what the hell? Because again, she's done some crazy stuff in the past. That's not like, because that's one of the things about the Harbingers that we always have to remember, is that even though like in the majority of times with the Harbingers now, not all the time, I actually really love them and I love the personalities, and it's like, oh, this is really fun. Like the Knave has a fun personality. Oh, the Marionette has a fun personality. Oh, Columbina has a fun personality. Say with Tartaglia and all this stuff too. But then like when you think about it, it's like, oh, these characters like have probably done some crazy stuff, and we know they've done some crazy stuff. the example that we had was the hint that the marionette like ripped out someone's tongue to give us as a gift, not to give it to us, but basically as a sorry for like getting into our business, you know? And that to me like is what makes it so like freaking terrifying, right? 100%. Now I'm expecting as well in this quest that we're going to have something to do with like maybe it's not this quest, but I'm thinking it's either this quest or there's going to be like an event of some kind, but like there's something in the menu to do with the word witch, right? So I don't know if it's an event. I don't know if it's to do with the Malastra Wonderland. I don't know if it's this quest. I don't know if it's like going to be something else. We'll find out in due time. But it like made me kind of like scared to check out the whole menu because I was like, okay, I don't want to go into the menu and have like, yes, the person this whole time that was, helping you out was, one of the Hexen Circle or something like that, which I think has been like some speculation that's been happening as well. But yeah, it's one of those things where I was just like, okay, let's not check it out just now. But yeah, I wonder if there's going to be like some stuff like witches in this as well. I wonder if there's going to be something when it comes to Dotori in this as well. We know that Vaughn, as you guys know him as the Wanderer, also had a tease that he's coming to Nod-Krai. So there's like a lot of things that are coming into this that I really feel like we're kind of due for like some kind of like surprises here. It could be one or the other. It could be anything. I have no idea what's going to happen here, and I would kind of like to keep it that way until we get to that. Now, as well, you probably noticed that I haven't done these missions here, and I'll just be honest with you guys. This place is so beautiful. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? Every time I see it, it's so gorgeous. But this mission with Columbina, all this stuff here, like legit just because I record so much stuff, like during a week I would record like 6 Let's Play videos, 2 Honkai videos, 2 Genshin videos, and usually every 2 weeks we record the Rome Reacts. Like I haven't had time to like do these type of missions that like I wanted to, unfortunately. So yeah, it's one of those things where like I don't have like a particular reason other than that. But yeah, that's just like kind of what happened here as well. And it was going to happen like with some stuff. Again, I'm trying 100%. You guys know I try to do as much as possible. But I actually didn't expect the Genshin updates to be so fast. You know what I mean? Like I actually thought that I'd have like a bunch of downtime. But like the way I play these games, I really feel like I get like... There's like so much stuff to do. There's so much stuff in these Archon Quest time updates. Because when there was like event updates, you'd have like an event and then like a story quest maybe. And then you have like 3 weeks where you don't do anything... like that's on the in terms of updates. You do like other stuff, or 2 weeks, and then it's like with this, it's like maybe I get there's like a week where I don't do stuff like that. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Now, look how amazing this scene is. Columbina is one of the best designs in this game. I love her as a character, but this whole place is absolutely gorgeous. Let's go talk to her. The music here as well. Nod-Krai music is so good.
Hey, she's sitting up.
Okay.
Is me sitting here a rare sight?
Oh my god, I actually adore her. I adore her so freaking much.
No, we just
Zach.
thought you'd be resting.
Perhaps I would have been, were it not for the sudden arrival of some unexpected guests.
Me? Us? We're the guests? Hello.
Not that I consider it a disturbance. After all, you are the only ones who are free to enter.
Yeah, she kind of gave us the key to the place in a way,
Would it not be a little unfriendly of me to lie down while we speak?
You can do whatever you want. I would like not be bothered whatsoever, Have you ever walked into a friend's house and like they invite you over and then you're just like, they're basically half asleep, It's no problem.
I didn't realize you put so much thought into little things like
Yeah, it's very sweet as well because again, it shows like she's like more she's more thoughtful than you think of like her surroundings and how she might come across to other people, or at least like how polite she might look to other people. Not look to other people, how polite she wants to be. It's not about looking polite. It's about like how she wants to like respect our time as well, which is really, really sweet. Even though like we wouldn't mind her just like, she can lie down if she wants. My one with the head looking up as well. She's so cool, like the floating down as well.
Only sometimes. There have been moments lately where I think about you and your companions.
Yeah?
They are warm, mysterious, and cozy memories. Very few of my past memories are anything like that. They say that travelers return home bearing bags full of souvenirs. But my luggage was empty, and I believed it would stay that way.
Is this spiritually so?
Return home? So, you're still planning on returning to the moon?
Yes. This planet continues to reject me.
Right.
Reminding me that I do not
So it's,
belong
I wonder
here.
if it's still sapping her energy, even though she's gotten power back. I wonder if it's still sapping the energy she has.
If I remain into that, there will come a day that I disintegrate.
Oh man.
And I don't mean reduced to dust or turned into food for the flowers. I mean, I will cease
Oh
to
Jesus
exist
Christ!
entirely.
So it's not like like even the other parts will be terrifying as well. But she's saying like I will just become nothing. I'm not going to become part of the planet. I'm not going to be buried underground. I will literally just be nothing. That's so sad to think about.
Alright then. Well, we're sure gonna miss you. But it sounds like we'll have to
Yeah, I don't want to say
goodbye.
I don't want to say goodbye, but I want what's best for the Columbina all the time. I wonder how this is going to happen as well, though.
How do you
Yeah,
intend
exactly.
to
That's what I was
return?
thinking as well.
The moon prayer night is soon to arrive.
Okay.
On that day, the moon will be closest to Devat. The Kuvaki in this land will reach its peak at that time. I merely need to grasp the tide, and with relatively little effort.
How again? Like I'm 100% believe like 100% what you're saying. I think I just need to see it to believe it, everything. Not to believe it, to see it to like understand it. I guess.
Oh, Paimon gets it. It'll work like a
Okay. Me and Paimon explained it to me as well. Thank you, Paimon. Okay, like a slingshot.
You make it sound like she's gonna get blasted up to
Hearing
the
Zach
moon.
in these scenes is so freaking good. He's such a warm voice. He really does.
If I did that, I suspect I would crash into the false
The fact that we just
sky.
top of the false sky like it's nothing nowadays is crazy.
I will be using a much gentler approach. But I do like the analogy. It's
That's
fun.
so. I love that she has fun with us as well, right? She laughs with us. She's having a good time with us. Like especially where we started off, where she was just like not even like barely noticing our existence. It really feels like this is like a great her great character arc. Becoming more. Not only she doesn't have to be friendly with people, but like the fact that she's made friends, the fact that she understands that she's not just being used all the time, that she's found a place where she's like actually like, and finding a place where she's loved here made her realize that she was also loved by her people back home, like the marionette and the knave. And I think it's also a beautiful part of her story too.
You see? She gets Paimon's sense of
You're so funny, Paimon.
In the blink of an eye, the time has come to
Wait, we're just
part
doing it
ways.
now? What are you on about? No, what? You can't do it. Why are we saying goodbye now?
It does feel that way,
Stop
doesn't it? Time seems to fly fastest when you are enjoying it. I have always thought of myself as a wanderer on this earth, and it has never expressed any desire to
This
keep
music
me
is so
here.
beautiful. I don't want to say goodbye to Columbina though. Like, I understand that we have to do what's best for her, and I want what's best for her, but it's difficult.
Yet, just as I plan to depart, it tugs at my arm. Is this a gesture of affection,
Wow.
or is the world mocking me?
So, what's so beautiful what she said here is that, like, it can be seen as a mocking gesture of like, it's like you wanted to leave this whole time, and now the world is like, nah, you're staying here because again, she's found friends, she's found people that love her. It's like, oh, maybe I don't want to leave. And while it's like she could say, is like, is it a gesture of affection? Yeah, the world is finally kind of like giving her something that she likes down here, and making her realize the stuff that the people that love her down here. But like also, it can be seen as like a mocking thing where it's like, finally, I've wanted to leave this whole time, and finally now that I'm leaving, there's a feeling of like, should I leave? So it's kind of like it feels very like ironic.
Oh, were you hoping I can answer that?
If I had to answer that, I'd say it's ironic because of all the times that you wanted to leave, but in reality, you got to do what's best for you, and you're gonna have people that love you here, of course. You're gonna have people that are gonna miss you here, of course. But you got to make the decision for yourself, and always do what is good for you, always.
Yes, you are a traveler, so you must have a lot of experience in this
Asking
area.
the traveler for advice.
Then what I would say is enjoy the moment.
Beautiful.
That's right. Don't overthink it. Happiness is
Yes.
happiness and joy is joy. The point is to enjoy it, not analyze
I love that.
it.
I love that. I love it.
I see. Then what I would say is, even though I am very tired right now, I am still happy.
That's so beautiful. And the reason I love it so much is like, I think we all could like learn that as well. The idea of like sometimes when we're like, we feel an emotion that's like, really, really great. our minds sometimes race to, when is this going to stop? When am I going to stop feeling this way? And while it's very difficult, especially for people with like anxiety and stuff like that, it's very difficult to not just be like, oh, I'm happy now, but this isn't going to last, right? And we've all been there. But I love that like Paimon and the Traveler kind of be like, look, in this moment you're feeling good, in this moment you're feeling loved. Don't think about it too much. Just accept the love, you know?
I can't tell from the tone of your voice.
Oh, really? You don't think I sound happy?
You can sound however you want.
I'm just kidding. I could tell you were in a good mood.
Why am I
today from
already
the
getting
moment we saw
emotional?
you.
I don't want to say goodbye to Columbina.
A joke. Albeit not a funny one.
She said sorry, didn't laugh.
Anyway, I assume you're here about you-know-what. Give me your
Oh,
hand.
yeah? The connection, is it?
Actually, it's not that. There's something else we wanted to discuss with you.
Okay.
Oh. Then, do you still want to give me your hand? Or not?
Sure.
I love that this has become like, it is like a literal connection, right? But I love that it's also become like this figurative thing for me as well, where it's like every time I see them do something like this, I instantly just know like how close they've gotten, you know what I mean? And it's like a representation of that sometimes for me as well. Like, look at this. It's so beautiful to me.
Thank you. So, I've heard that in the moon prayer nights of the past, people here would hold celebrations in the moon goddess's honor. Since you helped so much in our fight against the Rehir of Solnari, I think you deserve a farewell party before you return home.
No, that would be so good.
I haven't asked everyone else for their opinions on this yet, but I'd like to invite you to join the upcoming moon
Oh my
prayer night.
god. I would like you to attend the debutante ball with me, you know?
I've never joined a moon prayer night before. I'm not sure what I would even do.
I don't think it's like, especially with like festivals like this as well. If you want to sit down and just have a drink and sit on a bench somewhere and just watch everything happen, you can do that. If you want to, find a little nook or a cranny to like hang out in and have a drink with a friend, you can do that too. If you want to get involved in everything, you do that also. I think that's what's so cool about like those type of like town festivals, right? There's no like general rules of what how you enjoy it, you know?
Oh, don't worry about that. We take care of everything. All you need to do is
Love
show
it.
up.
Absolutely love it.
Of course, there's no need to force it if you're not feeling strong enough. It's just, this kind of felt like a golden
Yeah, right as she's
opportunity.
about to leave, she's getting a going away party, and like they're already setting up like a festival of a kind.
They call me Kutar. And the Fatui have an arrest
I'll
warrant
kill the
out for me.
Fatui. Like,
I shouldn't appear in public
we're
right now.
you do not worry about that whatsoever. I understand her worries, right? But like if anyone causes any trouble, like we will face it. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, there will definitely be complications, but she deserves to have like all the stuff she's done for everyone. Like she has legitimately saved Nod-Krai. She deserves to be celebrated.
I'll make it.
Yes,
work. You have
so
my word.
determined as well.
Yeah, we got your back. Well, he does. My mom's actually not too sure. what
She's
he's
just going along with it.
saying.
Honestly, that's a friend.
All right, if you're sure. I will not refuse your
Very
invitation.
beautiful stuff.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to pack a few more sights from this world into my suitcase before finally learning what my homeland looks like.
This feels so. I'm so like. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I'm just feeling like a lot of different emotions about this, honestly.
Oh, if you see Lama, please tell her that my answer to the question she asked me is neither yes nor no. Rather, it is. There is no need.
Is this about her feeling welcome back in the Frost Moon Science?
That was kind of cryptic, but sure. Guess it's between
What
the
a
two
shot.
of you. We'll pass along the message. Bye for now.
This is really, really nice. It's a really, really nice idea. What's gonna happen here? All the flowers are turning white? This is...
And also, I do not know.
So the other answer is I do not know? So there's something that she's not even like fully aware of, I guess? Huh?
Since she's agreed to join the festival, let's go see who else wants to take part.
So we're just gonna be chatting to people about the festival?
Well, it's gotta be the person most familiar with the Moon Fair Night. We should start
So-
with her. Also, what exactly is your plan to keep her
Kill
safe?
anyone who touches her.
Not
Oh my
sure
god, we're
yet.
getting Zack in the overworld?
I'll figure something
This
out.
is so good.
What? Are you serious? And Paimon even gave you her confidence back there. When did you become so sneaky?
No, this is great. Yeah, so that scene was absolutely beautiful. Like, I love the idea of like her still being like, okay, I want to go, I want to leave, I need to find my home. But also at the same time too, she's like, she's now gone to a point where like the music's so beautiful here. Holy crap! She's gone to the point where she now is almost like still feels like as she said a tug on her sleeve, kind of asking her not to go. And that tends to be something that happens in life, right? And it's always like something that you like happens a lot. I think one of the best examples you could give is like I don't know, like have you ever like, I guess, and this is not maybe a good example, but like I said it's the best example, it might not be a good example at all, but have you ever joined a job over like on a summer job where you're like, oh, this is gonna suck, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I need, like, I want to make some extra cash, but this is the, this job I got, it's gonna suck, right? And like you're like this, and for the first few weeks you're like, this sucks, this absolutely sucks, I just want to like, I just want to not have this job whatsoever. Then the summer comes to like an end, and this is when you're younger as well, by the way. I'm using summer job because I feel like, there's not many jobs where like, you could use like a job that you've had for like years, but I'm talking about like something that like is very fleeting, right? So then you're like, so then you come to like the last month of that job. And while like there's still aspects that like kind of suck, someone walks up to you and you go, hey, so last month, you're finally going to be free. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to be free. Yeah. And while like there's still aspects where you're like, I don't want to be here, like the work is really sucky and all this stuff too, and like it's really hard and all this stuff too. But then you think about like the people that you work with and you're kind of like, man, I'm not gonna see Miriam every day. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna see Jack every day. It's like that feeling where I think it's what Columbina's feeling, which is like, yes, I want to return home. Yes, I want to be somewhere else for a bit. But it's now that I'm actually able to leave and I want to try and leave, I have people that love me, and I know there's people that love me, and I've made up with the knave and the marionette, and it can be very difficult to realize how loved you are, but still realize you want to go and you have to leave, Yeah, it's fleeting, it's beautiful, it's hitting me in the heart, it's hitting me in the stomach right now. That feeling, that pit in it's like a pit in my stomach. But it's a beautiful way they're telling it. And I love as well that the Traveler and her relationship has gotten so strong that they're having like open conversations, very, very open with each other. And like, I'm so glad the Traveler, like, once again, being very like confident and forceful in a way, like about, protecting her. Because it's one of those situations where like, we have the means to try and protect her from stuff. We have the means to try and like, we have connections, we have people we know, we have a fighting ability. And I think that like, we talk about progression of the Traveler all the time. This looks like a face. A really warped face. We have talked about the progression of the Traveler all the time. I don't think, Leo A. Traveler would have like, would have had, he would have protected people. He has protected people. But I'm talking about like the idea of like, so surely being like, I will literally do this. And I think he's gotten just more and more confident as time has gone on. He's, and people are gonna say, well, Calvin, he was confident back in Inazuma. Yes, he was. He has confidence. But I think like just like the nature of like, I will figure this out. Do not worry. And without hesitation as well, Really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So let's just walk over. I wanted to walk over here and talk with you guys too as well, but let's go talk to Llama. Really beautiful time. This music is so somber. Like it's crazy, like Nod-Krai music. Like you could right now have like a everyone dancing like a jig, and like my favorite character shows up on screen, and I'm still like feeling like melancholic because of this music that they play. Oh yeah, we moved this rock as well, didn't we? We repaired that. Oh, Varka's over here too. Well, he probably got connected to these people too when he started like protecting him. Like remember he was one who was assigned here to protect him.
Beats me. I had a bit too much to drink last night, and when I woke up, I was on Hisi Island.
Mr. Varka is helping to oversee Nasha Town's preparations for Moon Prayer Night. He is here to go over some details regarding the decorations and custom cloth
Okay,
designs.
that's pretty cool.
Right, yeah, that too.
He's like that. One was like, that's the second most important part.
Yes. Celebrating this festival is a long-held tradition here in Nod-Krai. On this day, the crescent moon at the top branches of the verdant crest turns into a full moon, and the moon prayer blossoms bloom with
That
a
sounds very pretty.
special radiance. Our people take these to be blessed omens.
That sounds gorgeous, right? The idea of like seeing an actual physical change in the map as well, which I guess shows like how like real this is to the people of the Frost Moon Scions.
It's an especially welcome event coming off the back of all that nasty business with Rare. Everyone got put through the ringer recently, and now they're looking to turn their fortunes around.
100%. He's so correct.
The big
He's so
shots
correct.
in town all agree that a big, lively celebration is just what we need to rebuild people's faith in this place.
Yep. This is like a common thing that's happened throughout history as well, where like people try to like take people's mind off something, you know? We literally did it in Honkai recently in a quest we did. I'm not gonna say which quest just in case people who are playing Honkai, but like there is like stuff like, you know, the idea of like doing an event to like put people's mind at ease and make everything feel very united and like kind of like supportive again. It actually does put people's mind at ease. And I think like this is something like, again, in real life they do too, which is like a horrible thing happened. So weeks after this, we like make the town feel unified by doing like a festival or a market or something like this.
No wonder Catherine said that people weren't so bothered about the religious element.
That's right. It's become more of a local custom.
Yeah,
by
it
this
feels like
point.
Christmas, right?
The celebrations have little to do with whether the religious stories behind this event are true or not.
So, okay, there we go. Even Llama feels the same way, you know? What is that behind us?
Even the Frost Moon Scions are eagerly awaiting the coming of Moon Prayer Night, despite now knowing that their past beliefs were founded on a falsehood.
So true, yeah. So, like, it's one of those things where, like, people are still excited even though they now know, like, everything they, like, were worshipping for years is, like, actually very, very different.
That's fair. It's a bit like the lantern ride in Liyue. It's a chance for people to
the
enjoy
music.
themselves, not debate the existence of the Adepti.
So true. Although in their cases, the Adepti definitely do exist. We've met plenty of them in our time, 100%. But I think what Paimon is saying is just like, it doesn't matter if the Adepti show up, which they often do to Liyue Harbor at that time. It's more about like just like the togetherness and the time that people have together, and you know, people are still working hard during that time. But it's also the fruits of everyone's labor throughout the year, which I cannot wait for the next lantern ride. Are you kidding me?
Oh, one other thing. We just went to see Columbina. We went ahead and invited her to take part in the festival this time. Hope that's okay.
Wait, so you mean she agreed to it? Huh. That's quite a
Yep.
surprise.
I mean, it depends on who asks. That's the thing. You know, it definitely depends on who asks. He has such a great design as well. He's going to be on the banner soon too, isn't he? For sure.
Then I suppose that she intends to return to the moon on that day.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of a complicated process, but basically, it's like a slingshot.
She probably shouldn't have endorsed your metaphor. But, like, I like it. I love that, again, like, Columbina has gotten so used to us that she even got used to Paimon's jokes, you know?
I understand. In truth, I had a feeling that she might make such a decision.
Oh, yeah, tell her what she said as well, right?
Well, if Kuthar has decided to participate in the festival, we should prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. She was saying how it could be risky for her to show her face in public. We were wondering if there was any way we could hide her.
Unfortunately, the people who carved the statues did an excellent job of capturing her likeness. It will be very challenging to hide a goddess whose face everyone is so familiar with.
That's true. Yeah. Like, especially since, like, she's like, you know, the first thing we noticed when we came to Nod-Krai was, like, remember we even said it, we're like, is that the Tamsalette? Like, we said it right away. It's not, and you know, it's not a thing that, you know, and again, you know, you could say, like, well, Calvin, that's because you've been playing this game this whole time, but, like, I think you guys would agree, like, these people probably, like, since we treat this as a living world, they have lived with those statues for longer than I've played this game, you know?
Darn! We may have bitten off more than we can chew here.
No, we'll figure something out. We'll figure, especially for Columbina, we'll figure something out.
Nah, don't sweat the small stuff. We can handle that.
Huh? Are you saying you have a plan?
Not as such, no, but the most important thing with a festival is to keep the mood light and your spirits up.
Yes.
You can't go preparing for a festival with those long faces. You'll never convince anyone to enjoy themselves.
The Mondstatter spirit is strong with this one.
The way Paimon said that. That was like a sitcom. Paimon, hey, the Mondstatter spirit's strong with this one, eh? Like, and then the laugh track happens. You know, that's like Ray Romano talking to his brother, his brother talking to him. I think that is on one today. And then everyone laughs, you know? Like, it really felt like that.
As it happens, I agree with Mr. Varka. Let's start by making our appreciation for Kuthar the beating heart of the festive atmosphere.
Okay.
And who knows? Once we get the ball rolling, perhaps everything will just fall into place.
Hey! Did you catch that? Llama said the thing! Or close enough at least.
That everything would fall into place?
Hmm?
Did she say so? Am I stupid? Just everything will fall into place? Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to the Moon Prayer Night already. We have a festival in Mondstadt called Windbloom.
Well, you better set that for next year,
You can
too.
always tell which couples are celebrating it for their first time by the smiles on their faces.
Tenari and Sino.
Big, beaming smiles, like their whole faces glow.
This is a really cute image as well. Yeah, like, I hope to do that at the Windbloom next year.
And I have a feeling we'll get to see that same smile on the Moon Goddess's face at this festival.
Lovely. Oh, wow. Everyone's going to think I'm, like, pausing too much. Let's get that charger in there now. I'm telling you this right now. I would swap. I would do anything for the PlayStation to make an official controller where they take this light out of this thing. I don't need a light in my controller. I just don't. I never have. Like, for this to last longer than like a few hours, really. You know, I really would like the controller to last longer.
Not quite the same, surely.
Anyway, I'll take care of business in the city, but I'll have to leave the decor up to you and the Frost Moon Scions. No one else can capture that traditional aesthetic quite like you guys.
That's really cool too, allowing the people like who the festival's like culture is surrounding and the religion is surrounding to actually set up the actual decor.
But lastly, there's the final key element that brings the festival to life. Companionship.
We'll take care of that. Fair.
Before you leave, let me show you something that we've been preparing. Mr. Varka had asked to see it already, so you may as well tag along.
Sure.
Also, I have some further questions about Kuthar's decision.
Oh my god, look at the oh, they're actually walking on the map. That's so cool. Like the freaking, I guess it's like a seal and a, like an antelope or an elk or something. What are we looking at here?
Huh? What's this? They sure look like they're having fun.
Like a bunch of drums? Like they look like Bowrons even.
I believe
or like
so.
stable or stationary
Kuthar seem
Bowrons.
very skilled at playing drums like these, although I'm not sure where they learned it from.
That's so interesting, right? The Kodaki just like can play the drums, you know?
Maybe it's an innate talent? In their eyes, they're probably just playing
That's
with
so
toys.
cute. That is so cute. Look at them. And there's Lunatar.
Lunatar! You wanna play too?
I love how it treats Lunatar like our little baby. Oh, look at Lunatar. Guess not?
Yeah. She looks more confused than anything.
Maybe we can teach her next time if we get the chance.
Sure. Wait. Oh, right. Wait. Oh, hit on the left side? Hit on the right side? Okay. I thought that's what they wanted to show us.
Floaty things.
Moon veils. We hang them from buildings.
gorgeous,
in the city during the
Llama.
festival. When you look at the sky through them, it creates a lovely misty effect.
Are you serious? These things here? I mean, they are stunning. I think that's what she means, right? It's so interesting we're actually following these two on the map. And again, I know they've done that before, but like, it's always cool to see.
Seems hard at work.
They even got the kids working over here.
They're preparing items for Moon Prayer Night. For instance, the sculpture being made over here. Mr. Varka
Wait,
and I are
what?
just finalizing the details of where it will be placed.
What do you mean they made a sculpture out of a gigantic... I know that's how sculptures happen, out of like rock formations and different types of rocks, but like... Whoever did this is a genius. I always... You know what I always thought as a kid? And even when I'm older, I still think about it now. But like the first thing I thought whenever I saw like... You know... Those statues that artists would make and stuff as well is like, imagine if you're like almost finished and you knock off the hand. Like, I'd be like... I'd be so sad.
Ah, there she is. I didn't know the finished article would be so large. Not to worry, though. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Just let me know once it's ready, and I'll get some people to ship it over.
Like, I cannot believe, like, it's so cool to see the effort they put into this as well, but it's just one of those things where, like, when I heard there was gonna be a festival, I thought it was just gonna be a situation where, like, we go there, the festival's happening, there's like a few banners, but like I like that they're legitimately showing like the process of like what they're doing, like what they hung up here, the religious implications behind it, the cultural reaction that people have to it in terms of like, you know, people just treat it as like just kind of like a celebratory thing, not just about religion, how everyone's getting involved, how it's about companionship. There's like so many things that go into this that actually make it like feel so like alive.
You have my thanks. And over here, we are preparing a very traditional confection.
You got the kids working on this one. The kids are like, we can't work no more. Our fingers are sore, Madam Llama.
Oh, look at all these colors. It looks great. Can Paimon try one?
Ask Llama. I know. I would definitely say yes, but...
Of course. I have a feeling you'll like it a lot.
Yes.
You bet. Sweets and treats are Paimon's favorite.
When Paimon's happy, I'm happy, so...
If you included those in the Feast of the Moon, I bet Paimon would have joined the Frost Moon Scions by now.
But like, yeah, Paimon likes treats. She has a sweet tooth.
There will also be verdant crests like this present in Nasha Town during the festival.
I love seeing all the prep for this. This is so cool. This is so fun.
The timing of Moon Prayer Night
Look how gorgeous this place
not
is.
Completely set in advance. We make a rough estimate, then observe the changes in the verdant crests and moon prayer blossoms to guide us.
So it's like it's different every year, or maybe
As
every
such,
time.
The wait itself is a fun feature of this particular festival.
So it's like an anticipation of when it could arrive, and what time it could be. This statue
Let's
is always so
talk
stunning,
here.
isn't it?
To tell the truth, I am very surprised to hear that Kutar is willing to participate in the festival. I once asked her if she'd be willing to stay with the Frost Moon Scions. I could introduce her to everyone, and we could be a family to one another.
So this is like, because remember she asked her if she wanted to be in the last question she wanted her to kind of like, I don't think it was a question, but remember at the end, was it Act 4? I think it was Act 4. Yeah, it was Act 4 when she basically said like, you're welcome here and you don't have to be here as like someone who is just like, that we need anything from. You're welcome here as a family member, basically. But I guess this was a direct question she asked as well.
She did not answer.
So we have her answer.
But she has not appeared here since.
Her answer is neither yes or no, right?
I took this to mean her answer was no. But if that were the case, she would not have accepted this invitation.
There is no need.
Ah, I see. Maybe she is right. Maybe the Frost Moon Scions of today no longer need a moon goddess.
So that's what Columbina meant by there's no need. It's like, yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are perfectly fine without me.
But my wish was not for her to come here and be worshipped
I think she
as
knows.
a deity. I simply wanted to offer her a place to
Yeah,
stay.
I think she appreciates everyone here on Nod-Krai. That's why it's so hard for her to leave now, you know? And she found out that, like, you know, Llama appreciates her, you know, everyone here, we appreciate her, you know?
I'm sure she believes that showing herself here might invite Fatui intervention, and as such, she does not wish to cause us trouble. But what really pains me about all this is that this is her birthplace. She ought to belong here, yet no one has been able to grant her shelter.
Yeah, and you can tell this generally does hurt Llama. She cares about this a lot.
I think I'm qualified to weigh in here. When someone's about to depart on a long trip, What they need is blessings, not burdens. We should wish her the best, not make the journey
Very,
harder than
very
it already
wise. Yeah, that's very wise from Varka. That hit my heart again as well.
Anyway, she's agreed to
Yeah.
attend, hasn't she? All we need to do is simply respect her decision.
Yeah, and it's like if you know someone has to leave or feels like they have to leave, you know, I think, you know, it can be very difficult sometimes if you want someone to stay. Say like it's a family member or a loved one, and you might say stuff like that you think would convince them to stay, or say stuff like, you know, we love you so much, and you know, like it's like he really means with burdens, like the idea of like it's not even something that's bad, it's something we don't even intentionally do, but like telling someone like, you know, that if they stay, like you'll have such a great place here and all this stuff too, even though you mean well, it can definitely weigh heavy on their heart to be kind of like, oh, maybe I should stay, you know, and it makes it harder to leave sometimes.
I see your point. Yes, she will soon depart after all.
Because I know she knows now that she has a lot of love here. So reminding her over and over again of like, you know, how we want her here is only going to make her decision that clearly means a lot to her a lot harder.
Our job is to leave her with some happy memories.
Yes.
Besides, who's to say her journey to the moon is a one-way trip?
Oh, Varka.
It's not like she can't come back and visit if she wants, right?
This is exactly who you would expect to be like the leader of the Knights of Favonius, right? Like 110%.
Paimon agrees wholeheartedly. Festivals are all
Yeah.
about having fun, so let's keep it simple.
Like Varka giving such great advice on the idea of journeys, the idea of like someone departing. He's probably seen countless people depart and leave his life and leave Mondstadt, you know, even and him leaving Mondstadt as well. You know, it's like all these like things, like it's such a wise way of looking at it.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Nasha Town soon. Want to come with? I'm guessing you have some other folks to visit there.
We definitely do.
Sure thing, let's go. Bye for now, Wilma.
Thank you all. Goodbye.
It's so interesting to start this quest in such a somber way, you know what I mean? A traveler needs blessing, not burdens. It sounds good in principle, but would blessings alone be enough for Columbina? Because again, like it's usually when we start off a quest, it's like maybe like and in fairness, Nod-Krai has done some amazing stuff to start off quests. Like wasn't Act like 4 and 5 both started off with like the craziest stuff. I think Act 4 started off with like a full-on fight. There's lots of crazy stuff that started off like each act in Nod-Krai, but now like starting off with like what feels like an epilogue. You know what I mean? Which means that like like the fact that like we don't know what's gonna be happening in the rest of Act 5 means that, like this starting off with the feeling of like goodbye, the feeling of an epilogue, the feeling of like a very somber feeling, has a very strange energy to it, you know? Really it does. I'm super like emotional about the idea of Columbina. Like it's not emotions in terms of tears, weirdly enough. Like while it is kind of sad, it's a feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I wonder if that is like legitimately just like when you're worried about someone, you know, when you're feeling like a little bit like I want to make sure they're like going to be safe, I want to make sure they're happy. But it's so amazing to have Llama as a character so desperately want her to stay here, not because of any selfish reasons, not because she's like, oh, I really like desperately like want her here for myself. It's more of a case of like from my perspective, where it's like she wants her to know that she was appreciated, and that like the idea of like the Frost Moon Scions isn't greedy and all this stuff too, and like I do care about you, and you don't have to be the deity if you don't want to. When in reality, you know, Columbina probably knows this now, and I think she appreciates that now after the last speech she was given about this. And Varka rightly said something that's like actually really beautiful, which is it can be seen as a burden sometimes to kind of like make people. Oh my God, there's Duran and Albedo and Flins.
It's Duran and Albedo with Flins. What could they be chatting
Oh my
about?
God. But yeah, to finish my thought, it's just like it was a really beautiful scene. But yeah, this whole time I've had a feeling in the pit of my stomach, which is kind of like this like a mixture of like I'm happy for Columbina to be able to do what she needs to do, but there's also like a feeling in the pit of my stomach of like what could happen next, you know, and there's always gonna be a worry about her too, which I think is how Llama's probably feeling too, is like a feeling of happiness but also a worry, you know. Look at this trio here.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Mr. Duran as well on the banner.
Ah, Grand Master, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Duran, it's so good to see you again. Look at this. I can't believe Albedo's just like hanging out with Nod-Krai as well. It's so fun.
Hello there. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Perfect. We have some new volunteers for our investigation.
Sorry, what investigation?
Wait, let me guess. The righteous Lightkeepers are finally ready to hunt down the Abyssal Dragon.
The Abyssal Dragon?
Yes, that too.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right. Oh, wait. Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because everyone has like multiple priorities though, I guess.
Well, to be precise, the facts match, but not the causality.
Wait, so I guessed right?
Wait, they're fighting an Abyssal Dragon?
Half right. Don't act so impressed with yourself.
I mean, like, could someone just like explain what's going on?
Maybe I can explain. We
Sure.
ran into Mr. Flint's north of Noshatown.
Yeah.
At that time, we just noticed a few abyssal creatures out in the wild, but the strange thing was, I didn't detect any traces of
What?
abyssal energy on them at all.
Wait, you saw rift towns with no abyssal energy? They look like kind of ghosts as well, right? Like spirited? The fact that Albedo and Duran are just going for walks as well, by the way.
On closer inspection, we realized that they were not real monsters. but
What?
something akin to reflections in the water.
What is that?
Or perhaps a mirage.
Like reflections of a moon pool, maybe?
Huh? What do you mean? Like, you could see them, but not touch
This
them?
is so spooky. What the hell is this?
Exactly. It was very peculiar. They roared and tried to attack us, but we could not make any physical contact with them.
This is so weird.
I think I've heard of things like that happening in Nod-Krai before, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, like Nod-Krai is such like a weirdly like ghostly spiritual place, right? With so many different things. Like just like the soil itself. The soil itself is full of like magical energy, you know?
Yes, it's a known phenomenon. Mirage-like illusions tend to appear in Nod-Krai in the run-up to Moongrave night.
So it's actually a thing that people know about.
From a distance, they appear quite real. I myself thought that Misters Duran and Albedo were locked in battle with abyssal monsters when I first arrived.
Duran did too. Look at Duran.
But after sharing intel and investigating a little further, we can confirm that these illusions are harmless.
Okay.
There is no great cause for concern.
I'm very glad they weren't real, but at the same time too, it's almost scary that they weren't real. You know, it's like I'm glad that there was an explanation for it, but like it was really spooky for a second.
All the Mirage stories I've heard are either animals, rocks, or small houses. Abyssal monsters, though? That's a first.
It's a first for me, too. So I'm planning to look into it further just to be on the safe side. I intend to inspect a few more locations.
What about you two? Any plans?
Alice contacted me a few days ago. She'd like
Huh?
me and Duran to assist her with an experiment.
Is that in Nod-Krai?
But we lost contact shortly after receiving the message. I'm sure that
My heart
comes
just
as
stopped.
no surprise to anyone familiar with
My
her.
heart just stopped. What? I know, yeah, it's definitely not a surprise, but in Nod-Krai?
We don't know when the wind will blow. Yet when the wind blows, we will know. That, in a nutshell, describes how Alice
Okay,
operates.
so that means the thing we saw in the menu with the witch thing maybe has something to do with Alice? Because Genshin isn't just going to mention Alice, right? Unless there's going to be something, at least like a message we received later from Alice. So maybe it could be even like, you know, it could be anything, right? It could be like a mini game, could be, as I said, like an event, could be like a whatever, right? But Alice has been mentioned, and there is the word witch in the menu. Like, so when we get like some sort of like information like we usually do from Alice, usually Alice shows up under the form of like an inanimate object or like a gramophone. Was it a gramophone one time? She gave us a message one time from in the summer event. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get like another like letter from Alice. And of course I know as well, like, but I should say, like, I should also just get my hopes up entirely because Albedo and Alice also have like a relationship, a good relationship with each other because of obviously the relationship to Rhine daughter and Suffix as well.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay. Well, I suggest we investigate this Mirage business in the meantime. It's piqued my curiosity, and I'm pretty sure I know someone who will already be 10 steps ahead of us.
Never?
Well said.
Is it never?
Right? Whatever's happening in Nod-Krai, she always seems seems to be the first one to
Sure.
know.
You know what's calmed me down a bit? I love the way the game does this. Like, at first I was like, Alice, 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 Alice. And the game's like, okay, let's just move on and we'll talk about it later. And it's like, okay. You know, and if the game isn't like worried too much, I'm like, that's fine. You know, we'll talk about it later.
Let's go see what she knows. We can invite her and her staff to the festival while we're at it.
Very cool. We got to see Yehoda as well. Yeah, so mirages that appear closer to this festival as well. Flynn says there's like, I guess it's come, but he hasn't actually seen them before. And of course, Llama did say that they don't know when the festival is going to happen every single time. It just happens whenever they can like feel the energy in it. And again, I love the idea that she says, well, the anticipation is what's exciting for people too. It's like the idea of like, oh my God, when is it going to happen? When it was the festival? You know, like it's almost like, you know when people say like waiting for Christmas is sometimes better than the actual. Not, I don't think people say that entirely, do they? Though, no. I think, but some people do love to wait for Christmas. Some people love the week. I heard people have said to me before they love to wait before Christmas. Some people love Christmas Eve more than they love Christmas itself. So I do think it is like a thing where like I totally get the idea of anticipation of when is it gonna happen. Oh my God, is it gonna happen this year? Oh my God, when's it gonna happen? But clearly Flint hasn't seen anything like this before as well. But I do love that even though like it's kind of been explained, Varka's 100% like, hey, like I still want to check this out. Let's go talk to oh, the music's so freaking beautiful. Let's talk to Nefer. It's so freaking stunning. This game's music is so stunning. But yeah, there was a mention of Alice. And of course, like I'm gonna make that connection that the word witch is in the menu. But again, it's Genshin, so like it could be a thing where like it's an event. It could be a thing where it's a quest. It could be a thing where it's just literally a mini game. It literally could be just like a little like witch mini game, because they've done mini games that are like very, very interesting before, but like I was not taking any chances. I was not taking any chances. But Alice has been mentioned, so I'm guessing it has something connected with that for sure. Alice has been mentioned. Man, the crew's getting back together already.
You're right. I have noticed. There's certainly something a little fishy about this situation. Only a little, though. Records indicate that this phenomenon can occur in the days before and following Moon Prayer Night. That said, it has always been a rare sight in the past.
So she knows all about this. Oh, of course she would.
The odds of encountering these phantoms are similar to looking up in the night
wow.
sky, happening to see a shooting star, and managing to make a wish before it disappears.
So it's like if you see it, you're like lucky to see it, I guess.
But this time, either everyone's getting lucky, or they're appearing far more frequently than usual.
Because that's the thing, if it is something that is like totally like not common to the point of like you compare it to a shooting star, for like two people just randomly see it, I guess it is probably like something that's pretty shocking, I guess.
Yehoda's out gathering intel as we speak. In the meantime, let me check off some points of interest. First, the Abyss.
By the way, already Yehoda's been sent out there. Okay, so the Abyss is going to be involved this. Well, of course, like it's at this point when we hear the word Abyss, it's like still going to be like scary to think about the Abyss. But at this point, it's like, okay, what's the Abyss doing now?
The ones we saw seem to be abyssal monsters.
Oh, look how cute he is.
Indeed. But we have identified one location where many more of them have made an appearance. And not just monsters, but human phantoms too.
Oh, wow.
Given the
so she's already on
scale
this
and nature
completely.
Of the phantoms, it's almost as if someone's last memories are coming to life. Or perhaps the memories of multiple people.
So it's like a memory of someone. So like the memory of Rift Towns, the memory of these people.
Oh.
That's a really like again, beautiful story-wise. Worrying, I guess, like why it's getting so active right now.
So you mean the phantom monsters are hunting down the phantom humans?
It's almost like acting out like a memory then, I guess.
Exactly. The phantoms can interact with each other, but we have no means of intervening.
That's horrifying, right? Like seeing someone, there's a possibility we see someone get ripped apart by a Rift Town, but we can't do anything.
In addition, some of the human phantoms would seem to be from the very distant past. This is clear both from the clothing they wear and the stories they tell.
So it's not from very, very far in the past.
They claim to be from Hyperborea, a name which I've heard from Lauma before. If this is true, it means they must be from 6,000 years ago.
I mean, we did a quest that like had the Hyperborea name popping up everywhere.
Did Paimon hear that right? 6,000 years?
Oh yeah, when you think about it, like the Cataclysm was like 500 years ago, like and if, like and in that way, it's like that still seems like distant, like the distant past, which it is. But 6,000 years ago, that's like, you know, like I don't know what, like, have we even talked about history of that far back? We probably have, but like obviously I don't remember. But that's so far away. Look at this Paimon pose.
It sounds like this merits further exploration.
That's so like 6,000 years. Again, the reason I'm compared to the Cataclysm is because I feel like whenever history's brought up, like 500 years is like the time that's always brought up the most.
That'd be a big help. I'll leave it with you, Albedo.
Paimon's still confused over
history is non-existent. I used to doze off every time the pre-Knights of Favonius era came up in class.
Dude. He's like, I don't care about my guys.
It's quite a miracle that you were able to understand these phantoms' speech, given how long ago they lived.
Right.
I suppose you're right. But I'll leave the archaeologists to ruminate over that conundrum. As an intelligence broker, my sole interest is in the value of the information
Sure,
I
makes
gather.
sense. She's like, all those guys can deal with that. I'll deal with this.
Which, in this case, hopefully means earning myself some good favor with our dear Lady Moonchanter.
I think you have good favor with everyone. I think you forgot that you did so much last time.
So calculating. Whew, this intel broker logic always catches
Well, yeah, she does have the
Paimon by
mentality of
surprise.
you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But like, I feel like Nefer has like never being blinded for a period of time for every single like for Nod-Krai has earned her like 50 scratches on her back, even more, 1,000. You know, she did so much in that final battle.
Sounds to me like we could split the work up.
I think the abyssal phenomenon is best left to Albedo, Flints, and me.
Okay.
Agreed. It coincides
Yep.
with my duty.
He's
as a
fighting the
gatekeeper.
Wild Hunt all the time. And then also you're talking about like Albedo who deals with alchemy stuff, and Duran who like, you know, can if I'm not wrong, he can like we saw him last time channeling that energy of the abyss as well.
For my part, I'd like to understand the abyss better. Even a little knowledge would go a long way.
Like he's just like he's so adorable.
This is certainly a rare opportunity to study the abyss. But even rarer, perhaps, is the chance to make contact with the ancients.
The Curatorium will take the lead on investigating the Hyperboreans. We put in the work to learn what we know so far. It seems only fair that we get some quantity of exclusive intel.
Nefer. I think Nefer just sells what she did short last time. Like, I don't know why she's still like making these exchanges and stuff, because I'm saying like, I think we should get this much. Like, they should give you all the information. Nod-Krai should scratch your back for the rest of time. Like, for the rest of your life.
That just leaves our trusty team of 2 unassigned.
It seems like a yeah. Oh yeah, it seems like yeah, we're a team.
Since you became an honorary knight, of course. This was part of my grand plan all along.
Okay. That laugh.
Oh yeah, by the way, we managed to convince Columbina to come to the Moon Prayer Night celebrations. Would you and Yehoda like to join
Oh, please
too?
do.
She agreed to that? Huh. Quite an achievement. Never underestimate the traveler.
Yes,
I
110%. Literally a friend magnet wherever he goes.
guess. I'd be happy to join. No point shutting myself inside when the streets are all decked out. I doubt any clients will be visiting during the festival in any
Sure.
case.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Like it's like open. It's like, you know, the people who like force themselves to open through holidays. And while here's the thing, you guys, if you work in retail, you know that people still do. If your shop is open, people will like go down to the shop and still buy stuff, even if it's only like 10 people. But it's like, you know, just take the day off, man. Take it off.
And Yehoda loves a party.
Very cute.
So I'm sure she'll jump at the opportunity.
We love Yehoda, of course.
No.
Wait, what?
No.
What was that expression? She's so cartoony. She's literally a cartoon character.
Way to contradict me in front of...
Wait.
Oh.
No, that's not what I have that.
I thought she was legit like, I don't want to go to a party.
So many people. All right, everyone inside.
What? What? She's so fast. What's she worried about? She said so many people.
This is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. I saw one of those phantoms at
What?
Star Sand Shoal, sort of
Wait.
flying ship.
Is it our ship? Is it our spaceship? I hit the microphone, guys. So sorry.
Like a spaceship?
No way. Wait, what? A spaceship at Star Sun Shoal?
That's gotta be the one you came to Tibet in. You said you saw the same thing through the
No
moon arrow,
freaking
right?
way. And it's a phantom?
Huh? You already know about it? Ugh, I thought
No,
I
you
was
have.
gonna blow people's
You have.
minds. Turns out I'm the last of
No,
them.
legit, you have blown people's minds because this is one of those situations where now we're like, we've been looking for something like this, and even if it's in phantom form, this is gonna be amazing. Yehoda's like the first person to really give us like the true information on like, well, no, we saw some like memory stuff as well, right? We did. Yeah, Llama helped with that too, 100%. But like in terms of something like tangible that's happening right now, right? What the hell? Yehoda came in here like a house on fire, by the way. I was like, at first I was like, I thought she just said she didn't want to like do any like festival stuff. But this is huge. This is something tangible that's happening right now. Even if it's a phantom, it's happening right now.
Wait. Back up. You came here in a
Look how excited she is.
Now my mind is blown. What's it like on the inside? Was it like flying through space? I want to know everything.
I love that, yeah, Yehoda is legitimately a cartoon character. She's like, oh, I didn't get to tell you about the spaceship. Wait, you were in a spaceship? And she starts bouncing around the place. Maybe that's a conversation for next time. There's still a huge discovery on your part.
Yep, exactly.
It's massive.
Discovery. You're the best. Second best intel broker in the world. After your boss, of course.
Honestly, though, like, this is the biggest piece of information we've gotten in terms of our, like, Nod-Krai journey and why we came here. Like, easily, right?
Wow. Really?
No, you did
Well,
amazing. I
I
like
don't know
Never
if I
smiling in the
love
back as
that,
well.
But
You know Never loves Yehoda.
I guess that
You know
decides
she
where we're heading
does.
next.
And she loves that she got a bit of confidence there too. I've stand by that. I've said this to Sarah, like, and they keep showing it. Like, she adores Yehoda. That's her daughter.
Come on, don't look at me like that. I know the spaceship doesn't have anything to do with me, but you don't want to leave me as the only one twiddling my thumbs, do you?
I was like, this is personal business. You can come see it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You can tag along.
Yeah, for sure. I think Paima's just like protective over stuff like that as well sometimes too. But like, I think he's just being funny
In
too.
that case, let's meet back here to discuss our findings once we're done.
These people are stronger than any of us, by the way. Because if I even if I'm about to find the go against the Abyss, or like, you know, I'm doing research that's really important to the Abyss. If I hear there's a spaceship that we could see, I'm like, you know, maybe we should find the Abyss later and go to the spaceship first.
I wish everyone a productive investigation.
Thank you very much, Albedo.
You too.
I love the Nod-Krai crew. I love like the fact that like Albedo's Nod-Krai crew now as well, and Duran. Duran has a slight slouch when he stands, by the way, and I think it's just because he's probably not used to his human body. It's so adorable.
What's up, boss? Aren't we gonna head out?
Tell me, Yehoda, when did the Curatorium start giving out intel for free?
You can't hide the fact that you smiled, right? You can be angry now, you can be business now, but you can't hide the fact that you smiled when you got that compliment.
Oh, sorry, boss.
Poor Yehoda. No, 100%. She can't hide the fact that she had a smile on her face when Yehoda was getting compliment, but she still has to be all business. You know what I mean? She still does have to be. She can't hide that smile. You can't hide it from me. I guess we're going to see the spaceship's location. This is crazy. I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see if there actually is like a like some sort of like visual representation of the spaceship, even if it's like a spirited thing. This is why we came here. This is legit why we came here. Over here. So where's the? I never activated this. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be activating everything during the exploration video we eventually do. I meant to do that. What's our weapon, by the way? Favonius, okay. I think we should come in walking from the side. Whoa! What the hell? What? It's that big? That's like bigger than like a TIE fighter. That's like, what the hell is that? When this said spaceship, I thought it was gonna be like a little, like I know we saw a visual representation of it, but was it that big last time? I don't think it was. I feel like when we saw it last. What's that? What's that? I was like, what the hell's overhead? I thought last time we saw it was like way smaller. Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, there's people there too. There's, I mean, spirited people over there. What in the hell? It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I don't know if I want to see this. Wait, and these are all the people that maybe found the spaceship at the time?
Well, what do you know? Yehuda was right on the money. This phantom really is your spaceship.
What the hell, guys? This is so crazy.
But that's so weird. Why would it show up here? Is it some kind of projection? Or a ghost? Like, maybe it no longer exists, but somehow it left an after image?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is either. Like, there's a creepy feeling to it, though. I feel so, like, I'm getting chills. I'm not sure either.
You're already here.
We're here, yeah.
Miss Lauma, what a surprise. I thought you were busy with festival preparations.
I was, until one of our people informed me that a strange sight had appeared at Star Sand Shoal.
Oh, so the other people saw it too.
No one's ever seen something quite like this before. I thought I should see it for myself.
And that's what's crazy as well. It's not just like us. It's not just like us who's seen it, right? It's also everyone else. And that's what's so interesting about this too, is that like this is just like a phantom spaceship in the middle of the ground. It's not just, which means it's not just like, you know, the named characters that are seeing this, which sometimes, like, you know, we are central to the all the stuff here. But I love that Genshin always includes the fact that, like, people are weirded out. People are like, what the hell is happening? You know?
Same here.
It makes the world feel so much more alive.
We heard that these things appear around the festival period. Any idea why that is?
Unfortunately not. We have very limited information about them, since they can't be interacted with. And no human phantoms have ever made an appearance before now.
And that's the thing, it's like, you know, to study something, you usually do have to, like, at least touch it or, like, be able to, like, observe it or go inside it or look inside of it, you know?
The most we've been able to deduce is that these sightings appear to be connected to the increase in Kuvaki energy around this time.
This music is very, like, ominous, right? Let's take a look and see what we can find.
Yeah. Seems like that's all we can do. This is all so confusing.
Allow me to lend you a hand.
Man, look at all these people here observing this as well. What do we find? Oh, and there's like one deer spirit over here as well, like an elk.
Everyone, our friend here should be able to provide us with some information.
Very cool.
Is
This
that
music's so beautiful.
a phantom rhymehorn deer?
I've heard about how the Frost Moon Scions live in harmony with the animals and can even communicate with them. That's coming in handy now.
Yeah, for
sure.
real. Honestly, for real.
Okay. Yes, I understand. Then how about this?
Oh, it's leaving.
Yeah, I can't get. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying it, but I can't get enough of Nod-Krai music. I can't get enough of it. It's so incredible.
It appears to share our curiosity about this giant spaceship, so I asked it if it wouldn't mind investigating along with some friends.
I love that she has friends like this.
In return, I told it about some nearby spots where the wild fruit grows abundantly.
Okay, that's a good exchange.
We may live in a different era from these phantoms, but I trust that the terrain, climate, and ecology here are more resistant to the effects of time than some things are.
Wait, is she saying that... Oh, I get what she's saying. She's saying since it is a phantom, the kind of like vegetation is here right now is probably still in the same place that it was back then, and maybe even more plentiful than it was back then because there's less industry that's happening right now, and there's probably more land.
Let's give them a moment and hope for the best.
That's very smart by Llama. Very smart. After a few moments, the rhymehorn deer and okay.
All back together. Must have been a lot of fruit.
Oh my god, all these little animals. This is like a freaking, like, again, it's like a Ghibli movie or something.
Indeed. Now let me ask them some questions.
Where were you on the night of the 13th?
It did find a lot of wild fruit. Enough for them to feast for a long while.
I love that's the first information we get. Honestly, very cool. I'm glad they found it.
This puffin circled in the air several times, but didn't spot anything out of the ordinary. Certainly nothing to do with the spaceship.
Okay.
Huh. Well, it definitely makes sense to get a bird's eye view.
Great pun. Honestly, great pun.
Indeed. Other than that, I was also thinking that the world these phantoms see is also different from ours.
Oh, I get what you mean. The wild fruit exist in both times and spaces, but there might also be things that only exist in that space-time, which we can't see.
Because we don't see the whole world. We only see small fragments. Okay. Let me just read over this again. The world these phantoms see is also different areas. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, okay, no, I thought I was gonna get confused here, but it actually makes perfect sense. It's the idea that like, what the phantoms are seeing is probably like different from what we're seeing entirely, but the wild fruit can exist in both spaces. But there's gonna be things that are like probably even like more different there as well. We only see like small fragments.
Good point. Great thinking, Llama.
Yeah, very smart. Look upon his little hands.
Blunthorn rhinos can use kuvaki to shift great rocks, but this one says it couldn't get that ship to budge by
He is
even
adorable.
an inch.
He is adorable.
The sniffer mole tried
Sniffer
too,
mole.
but despite being a skilled digger, it could not get through. They say that the spaceship looks robust and undamaged.
Undamaged is
It
interesting.
seems completely impervious to any and all attacks. Whatever lies within is well defended from harm.
Ether.
So, just like us humans, there was nothing they could do about this spaceship either.
Yes. Still, they deserve our thanks.
Oh yeah, they tried. They 100% tried to find out some stuff as well.
We are grateful for all your efforts, dear friends. Now go and enjoy your feast.
In terms of like Lumine, you know, and well, Aether being in there at the time and Lumine like going off to different places and stuff as well. I wonder if she had such like, you know, a surety that this ship could protect Aether because of that, because it's impervious to like most damage. Which that means the reason for this crash here and it's staying here is probably like some other reason, because if it's undamaged, that means maybe they didn't have any fuel or something like that to get back. Maybe there's something that like was keeping it here or drawing it down here. You know? Thank you so much, animals. They did such a good job.
I've noticed some other human phantoms gathered nearby. Come on, let's go talk to them.
Do you think they'll answer us? Humans, talk to me, please.
Those illusions and those people. It's all a little creepy, don't you think?
Of course, yeah.
Nah, all part of the festive atmosphere.
I love that you're seeing two different perspectives here, because again, for me, again, it definitely is like something that's kind of like spooky, right? It's like a spooky feeling to it. But then again, it's like really cool that you see people being like, yeah, but no, this is like part of the whole thing. This is part of it. It's like, it's part of our culture, you know? It's kind of cool to see the different perspectives.
What is this thing? I've never seen it move, and there's no way to get inside.
Goodness knows. My grandpa says it's been sitting here at least since his grandpa was still alive.
Whoa, so it's been here for a while already?
What about his grandpa? Did he say anything to your grandpa's grandpa about it?
Oh my god, Varka.
Huh? I don't know. In all likelihood, it was here back then too. Hard to imagine something this huge could move.
At this stage, it's already been here for a long time.
Guess that means that as far as they're concerned, this ship's been around a long time.
Yeah, 110%. So, the first bit of info is that this ship has been here for generations. So, when did it move, I wonder then? You know what I mean? Like, if it was here for generations and it couldn't be moved, who the hell moved it then? Who could move it is probably a better question as well.
Come on, brothers. If we can get even a small chunk off of this thing, it's gotta be worth a fortune. Today is the day we strike it rich.
Oh, they're trying to break off pieces, which makes sense. Like, again, especially with, like, in a place that does, like, put so much emphasis on the idea of, like, scrapping stuff together to make new things.
Huh? You mean Paimon?
Wait, do you think he's talking to Paimon?
Yes, brother, I shall join you. Let's make our fortune.
Wait, so they were talking to us?
We should go with them.
Varka's so like sociable. He's like so ready to just join any like faction.
What the? This thing is crazy tough. I can't even scratch it. What's it made of?
So we're learning how impervious it is. Even like a pickaxe here is not doing anything about it.
Sorry, brother. Looks like we'll have to seek our fortunes elsewhere.
Enjoying yourself?
I was just seeing if I could influence this phantom's perception by playing. But nope, no dice.
Honestly, it's not a terrible, like, idea. You know, just, like, going along with it and making the Phantom feel more comfortable with the situation as well. And Varka's really good at this. Like, Varka with the last Phantoms as well went up to him and was just like, yeah, like, what about your other grandpa? Instead of being like, oh my god, are you Phantoms? He was just like, oh, like, yeah, like, just a natural thing to say. Was this also here with your other grandfather and your other grandfather's time as well? Or when someone goes like, hey, can you help me out with this? Oh, sure, I'm here, brother, you know? Like, it's not a bad way of
I'm sure we're
doing
all
it.
starting to build up an idea of what's going on here now that we've spoken to some of the people. These phantoms are reenacting real historical events in Nod-Krai. It's almost like we're in some kind of interactive stage play. We can talk to the actors, but the plot is fixed, and we can't influence it.
That's actually like a really interesting way of putting it. It's like it's just like it's a historical event, but like it's like a stage play that we can interact with it, but we can't. It's like a pantomime. We can shout up at the stage, but like that's not going to change the direction of the pantomime.
It makes sense. History is set in stone. The objective facts of the past cannot be changed.
So even if we said to one of these guys, you just stop using don't use the pickaxe on that thing, he's going to use it anyway.
Paimon totally thought you were just
Paimon
goofing
just
around
shooting up there?
earlier. But actually, you were doing some serious investigating.
Yeah, I know. The thing is that like I thought it was very smart. I thought it was very smart what he did and very slick. Right? He just like went into it and just like that's like and just became a part of the stage play, I guess you could say as well.
Of course I was. Anyway, at this point, I think we're forced to conclude that although the Phantom spaceship is right there in front of us, we aren't going to learn much about it from these people.
If only this showed up the moment when my sister was searching for me, maybe then I could have discovered why she wasn't in the spaceship. Because that's the thing we saw, is like she wasn't, it was like that vision we saw, right? Or if it showed the moment when it disappeared, I might have found out who was piloting it and where they were headed. This is such like all these questions, man. Looking at this is insane. It's so insane that we're seeing this, even in like vision form, with no such luck. All we've seen is arbitrary moment in time during its long stay here. It's crazy as well. We're seeing the rain falling. Nothing else around us, only the rain and this ship as well.
Don't be discouraged. If nothing else, this is proof of the ship's existence.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And think about it. So many people tried to hack their way inside, but no one could get the door open. It's made of very tough material.
Which means it was safe.
To me, that says that we'll either find the ship itself or the story behind it. It's just a matter of time.
Thanks, Varka. And like, Varka is so supportive and he's so great to have around. He is that dude that like, honestly, like, has your back, is so sociable, has such a great energy, knows what to say at the right times, and it is probably because he's so well traveled as well. And like, you know, he probably doesn't have the same like clouded mind that Ether has sometimes, you know, because again, Ether like has been constantly like, you know, journey as well and traveling. He's such experienced traveling, so is Paimon, but it's been traveling with like a mountain of emotional baggage as well, you know. So to have someone with such like a clear perspective at the very least, he's been great to have around. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Huh. Every now and then, when Varka gets serious, he actually does seem like Grandmaster material for once.
I think he's a good dude, you know. And we saw that earlier as well, and Paimon's right. Like, it is 100% just like, you know, at first you're kind of like, this guy's like pretty rambunctious. But even like the stuff he said back at the Frost Moon Science, it's like, yeah, this guy definitely is like, you know, meant to be that leader.
I wonder how the others are doing. Let's head back for now.
Sounds good. Also, drinks are on me if Team Knights of Favonius is the first to finish.
Wait, we have a team name?
I like it. Any chance I get to represent monsters in the Knights of Favonius, I'm there.
Am I in Team Knights of Favonius as well?
Yes, you're a Knight of Favonius as well.
You're very welcome to join. We've even got a cathedral ready for you.
He's so like sociable. Like, he's so great to have around.
Isn't that technically blasphemy? You wouldn't dare make a joke like that if Barbados was in earshot.
I'd make a joke that Barbados is in earshot.
Nah, I'm sure Barbados doesn't mind a little harmless blasphemy once in a while.
Genuinely, I think Barbados is blasphemous to himself sometimes, honestly. Like, genuinely. That's so fun, though. Am I a Knight of Favonius too? It's like, yeah, sure, why not? Whoa. Oh, this is what they're talking about. We got this, we can't stop it.
Oh, no!
Oh, and he can't do anything. Oh, poor Duran, he like went to help right away. That's so sad. Like his first instinct was to try and help, but he can't do anything. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's so horrible about it.
Mr. Duran.
Yeah.
But as I'm sure you've noticed, there is nothing we can do to intervene.
That's the issue that I said earlier. It's like it's so interesting to see this, but like to watch people like get destroyed like this is not going to be easy whatsoever. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be freaking awful at times. Like it's because again, we know how dangerous Rift Hounds can be. We saw a Rift Hound in my story literally killed a character, like murdered a character that we had a chance to kill as well. Like they're terrifying. Poor Duran, man. Duran just stepped up right away. He probably forgot about all this stuff as well.
But we have to at least try.
Oh, this poor baby.
And try you have. But are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts
he keeps trying?
he's made now?
Oh no, this poor baby. That means he keeps and keeps trying to save these spirits.
I wasn't keeping
So
count.
every time he sees one of them, he pulls out his sword, and on the off chance that it might work just once, he's an absolute sweetheart. He really is.
I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Or the 5th if we're only counting this particular victim.
That just means he has such a good like spirit to him. He has such a good like soul. He really does.
There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way.
He's so down about this too. And I think that's just like it shows his great spirit as well. The fact that he's like even though he knows he can't do anything, he's so ready to do something. You know what I mean? I think that's the important part about it. It's like, I'm not saying about Albedo and I think what's so great about the Albedo and Flynn's not reaching out to try and do something, to me is not showcasing that they don't care. It's that they, I think, are coming from a way more logical perspective. I think, I wouldn't say, like, Flynn's has had so much experience with, like, the history of these things, and like, he's probably seen them before and knows he can't do anything. Albedo's coming from a very analytical perspective. Duran is still, like, a new person. So, like, him still, like, feeling all these emotions and, like, being very impulsive with the stuff is very realistic to me, honestly. Yeah, I feel for Duran here, right? He's so good. He's so good. And obviously, again, inexperienced. He's been trying to help these phantoms all day, clearly.
You seem to have calmed down a little.
Yeah.
I'll make us a fire.
Oh.
You should rest and have some water.
Look at his little face. I just picture him trying to save all those spirits over and over again. And like, it's hard for everyone. Of course it is. Watching like people like get hunted by something that you can't do anything about is terrible.
Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran?
Great shot. Look at this.
May I ask a few questions?
Always. Look at him. He's just a baby.
Be my guest.
What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened to those people?
My guess would be that we are seeing Nod-Krai during the Conrian Cataclysm.
Wow.
Would that be accurate?
That's a terrifying thought as well, though, isn't it?
Conria.
That is correct.
That's another terrifying aspect, too.
As you know, once the Abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nod-Krai, causing immeasurable harm. The people paid a terrible price to heal this land.
What was this terrible? Is this something we've heard before about the terrible price to heal the land?
Then 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nod-Krai was dealt a devastating blow.
Because usually what will happen is the terms that they use, and the people use different terms and different ways to describe things. It's something that I've heard about before, but I don't know exactly the way they're describing it, of course. But yeah, this was obviously the cataclysm that happened as well.
I see.
In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave. Be they human, fae, or God.
And he knows the idea about being a fae as well, right?
The moment you witnessed is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe.
That's what a way to put it as well, especially since, like, you know, watching one person get chased by Rift Hounds is terrifying. Rift Hounds are terrifying still. So, like, to know that it's just one speck of the horrible things that were happening, it's a big deal. It hits your heart.
All right. I guess that answers my second question, too. I wanted to know why there's nothing I could do to help them, and that's because what we are seeing is history.
That would be my guess as well.
Yeah. That is like, you know, that to me, like, is like, and it's a bad analogy, but like, it's like if Marty McFly went back into the past and, you know, he saw like someone getting like attacked and he shouldn't intervene. That's the thing about, like, you know, it's one of those things that would change the future, right? Like, you can't change the future. That's the whole lesson of Back to the Future, is that you shouldn't try to change the future like that, even though in the end they do kind of like change the future and the past in some ways, and it actually is a benefit to them. But you know what I mean? It's like, it'd be difficult to even think to not, you know, to not intervene. Like, that's what must be so, that's what Duran must be feeling. That's what we're feeling right now with all this stuff, that we can't intervene.
As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable.
Like, both are going to happen? Both are destined to happen?
Yes. Fate was determined long, long ago.
I still have a couple of other questions for you, Mr. Flint.
Mr. Flint's?
You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can you be sure that what we're seeing is from the Conrian incident?
His voice actor is so good as well, because it's a mixture of, like, still like that Duran kind of like adorableness with, like, obviously a more human tone, but he has like kind of a little bit of like a, I don't know, like, what would you say, like a naivete to it, like, as well?
And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking about these events?
You hear what I mean? Same thing. And also, you know, there's like a little bit of like a naive nature to it as well, which is really, really, you know, adorable too.
From everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of others.
Yeah.
Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure.
Older than the cataclysm itself.
Wait, so you...
One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand.
That makes sense. It's like your own history. At that point, it is your own history. You know, at that point, it's like someone telling you a story that you've already seen.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. What are you sorry for?
You needn't apologize. Your passion is
so
a
cute.
good thing to have. Treasure it, because someday you may find it in terribly short supply.
This is so lovely that he has like someone like Flynn's. I know Beto's helping him too, but like having Flynn's here to help out Duran and like honestly like, you know, answer these questions for him too, and be so nice to Duran as well. Be patient with him too, and even saying this type of stuff, it's gonna help Duran so much.
Now, at the risk of offending you, I have a question in return.
He's like, you a dragon?
Your curiosity toward the abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call?
Interesting question.
I only ask because I kept a fragment of Rerear's body in my lantern for a short time. Specifically, his heart. So I know what a burden it can be to carry the abyss with you.
Right.
And I hear its power growling from somewhere within
Man.
In my eyes, your mere existence is a miracle.
So all this time as well, he's been feeling that too, like, what the hell is this guy? What is Duran? He's been waiting to ask this question, and honestly, like, maybe appropriate time.
My honest answer is... I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain.
Sure.
What I will say is the abyss is not the only issue that haunts me.
I wonder what he's talking about here.
Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even exist at all?
This, man, what they're doing with this is so, like... Because you can imagine him as... Remember, as an abandoned creation, right? When Vaughn got through to him, right, as well, right? Where they could both relate to each other in that sense, too. And And then when he became that dragon in the real world too, he is something that there's nothing like him really. Yes, there are other dragons, but there was nothing like Duran in this world, even when he was in his dragon form. So he would be asking those questions. Why am I here? I came from the this fairy tale. Should I even exist? And even now, he's probably still asking himself this question too.
My doubts remain unresolved. But when we fought Rerir, something became a little clearer to me.
Yeah?
Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible.
I certainly got the sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible.
No, genuinely, that's such a great quote as well from Duran. Like, it's the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible. So maybe it's like utilizing the abyss in some way too, or utilizing those dark powers as well in some way.
Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar.
I mean, Albedo is also a creation of Rhine-Daughter, and probably has similar, feelings on, like, should I exist? And maybe asking these questions and coming to terms with that as well.
Then I wish you every success. I look forward to the day of your transcension.
Okay.
Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and one last thing. I'd appreciate if you kept our discussion about history a secret.
Yeah. So, what was really cool about that, not just like the, where are we going now?
Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion. Hooray for consensus!
Varka's like, is so upbeat. So that conversation there was so interesting to me as well, just like on the idea, of course, of like talking about Duran, like maybe the darkness that he feels inside of him, like should he even exist? Like that's such a like an interesting sentiment to have from Duran, especially as a character that like was a creation as well. The same with like and I love how he, again there is the idea of like relating to Albedo as well, which Albedo also like was a creation as well. Probably asked himself those questions a million times over, but talking about how like there is like a darkness inside of him, and especially if you were a creation of gold as well. By the way, I want to make that clear. It's like there's the questions you will ask is, what's my purpose? Should I exist? Am I allowed to exist? Do I fit in? All these questions you could ask yourself as well, but also the idea of achieving the impossible through like the power inside of him is kind of like this. I think it's a very healthy way of looking at it, where it's like I can utilize this power inside of me rather than seeing it as a burden or something that's going to bring me down all the time. I do also love that they just had this like heart to heart with all the characters around them as well. Like the idea of Flynn's talking about the idea of how this doesn't move him as much because it's all history. It's not just history to him. It's like a life that he lived, and it's like someone telling your story to you, or a story that you've already lived through. It's hard to be moved by that in some way. Not maybe you can move by it nostalgically, but not like in a way that's like shocking, right? But the reason why I think that conversation was so important between the three of those characters is the idea of existence. Flynn's is a fae. Albedo is a creation of Rhine-Daughter. So is Duran. And so like having like the three characters together be on the same route by a campfire talking about the idea of like, their whether it be the darkness that is inside Duran or the long life and history that Flynn's has had, or maybe even talking about like the all this abyssal stuff in general. There's something so nice about having these characters that can truly, I feel like in some way relate to each other in some way. All talk to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, but we barely learned anything though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. Talking with the ancients? I mean, come on! But nope. All we got was useless snippets of conversation.
Sure, but like, I mean, we got to see the ship, We got to observe it at the very least. And I think, with Varka saying there's a consensus, I actually kind of like that idea. It's like, okay, at least we all feel the same way about what these spirits are.
And all this stuff about moons and hyperopia.
That's me trying to say words in this game.
Baloney. Seems like people back then had a few screws.
Like, this doesn't make no sense.
I understand your frustration. We found the same issue. Each phantom only showed a very brief moment in time.
Yeah.
There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been.
If there's a silver lining, it's that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality.
True.
They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities.
Yeah, and the idea that they can't like either harm people, and as like Lon was saying as well, it's like that's the opposite side of that where it could be kind of bad, or what it doesn't really do as good for like investigations is like yes, they are part of a major part of history. That spaceship, fighting the spaceship, the cataclysm, the abyss. But if they're just reliving the same thing over and over again, it's not going to really help us. You need to find someone who is like legitimately working on something like groundbreaking or found something groundbreaking in that moment.
Paimon agrees. And not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation.
It's okay. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. Never.
You look disappointed, Nefer. Is something the matter?
What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain anything from it was you, Lady Moonjanter.
Again, she's talking about what she gained in it as well.
Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents.
Yeah?
Oh, duh. Yeah, that was it. Hyperborea. Hyperborea.
I'm serious. Only an expert in the Frostmoon Scions and their history can turn these records into valuable research material.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense, but is Nefer going to ask for something in return?
The alternative is to let them gather dust on the Curatorium's storage shelves until the pages turn yellow.
Fair enough.
Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here.
Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that.
I love how much trust she puts in Llama as well, by the way. Like, I generally think Llama could be like, let's blow up the Curatorium, and maybe then we could, like, have a little bit of a fireworks show. That could teach us, like, about the past of fireworks. And then, like, Nefer goes, you know what? That kind of makes sense. That's true.
Huh? But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Sorry. Shutting up.
Never said one rule for thee, another rule for me.
Now is not a good time to push Nefer's button.
And she's like, yeah, oh, poor Yehoda. I think it's one of those things where Yehoda, like has to understand the Nefer, like, and I think I like that about Nefer's character. Nefer is not perfect in, like, her ideals all the time. She may, like, always have the you scratch my back, I scratch your thing, but, like, she also has shown that she has done more for people than she will ever get in return. As we saw, she lost her freaking eyes for a while for Nod-Krai, you know?
Anyway, back
she's sweeter
to
than she
Moon
lets
Prayer
on.
Night. I'm thinking that we should prepare something a little special, aside from the usual decorations and so on.
Okay.
You mean a parting gift?
Can't go wrong with food. Although, does food go bad on the moon?
Oh my god, these questions.
Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark up there.
True.
It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon.
Also true.
Magical stones might serve that purpose better.
I do like that everyone's, like, putting their head together to figure out what gift we can give to Columbina in her going away party. Like we have like some of the, like, again, like the best information broker in the world, the best alchemist you could ever hope for. You know, a creation of Rhine-Daughter like Duran. We have the leader of the Knights of Avonius. We have, you know, the leader of the Frostmoon Scions. We have the most famous traveler in all the world, and the most famous guide in the whole world as well. We have one of the best workers when it comes to, like, information gathering, like Yehoda. We have, like, all these people gathered in one place, right, that have so many important jobs, but that in the most Genshin way possible. They also have these, like, big hearts. So, like, the conversation has gone from, like, all this crazy stuff happening to, what are we going to get Columbina? You know, I love it. I absolutely love it.
What about a clockwork mecha model from Fontaine? I've got a whole bunch at home. I use them for fighting practice in my free time.
Okay, I didn't know you had a bunch of those, but I guess she is, like, also friends with Anefa, right?
None of these sound like things she would be even remotely interested in. But we don't interact with her enough to know what she likes.
That's true.
Yeah. It would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's into.
We could do that. Yeah, they're all looking to us. Of course, we could do that, yeah.
Wait, what the? Traveler? They're all looking at you.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah.
Great. Haha, problem solved. Now, I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need her help sourcing a bunch of stuff for the festival.
Hell yeah.
Then let's leave it there for now. We all have our own business to attend to. Traveler, if you find out what Kutar likes, let us know right away.
100%. I'm actually like so on board for that because again, instead of us like getting something that she's not going to use, obviously the thought that is what counts. But like we'd like to have something practical for her as she's leaving, right? So like being like, okay, maybe we could get like something that she actually is going to like utilize, and instead of just like wondering what she could want, isn't it not better just to ask? And I know some people are kind of like, no, I don't want anything, and that can be kind of like difficult, but we'll have to try. Save your money. Over to Duran.
Is something the matter?
That's my line, Duran. You seem a little down. Yeah, he was kind of quiet in the back, right?
I'm fine. It's just I'm still feeling a little rattled after witnessing the horrors of the Abyss.
No, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It's something that is weighing in your mind, and as you said, it's a horrible thing. It's such a horrible thing. And this is like, I guess, his first time seeing like rift towns like this too, and to know that he can't even like well, not his first time seeing rift towns, but no, like it's also like the first time he can't help someone with his sword because he's probably used to just like helping people.
But it's okay. This is something I have to work through.
Duran.
I'll be all right. Thanks for
Duran,
your concern.
I'm gonna say this right now from experience. I don't think it's ever easy to see rift towns like attack people. It is like whenever, like we've seen it before happen. It's like the most urgent thing I feel like ever because they are brutal creatures, and the way the Genshin has built them up has been so brutal as well. Like I love that you're saying you're gonna work through it, but like allow yourself some time to feel horrified by horrifying stuff. It shows you have a heart. And again, I'm not saying the other characters don't have hearts. Again, they all give good reasons as to why they're not like as damaged by this as Duran, obviously, because obviously they're less experienced. They're more experienced. They've seen more wars. They've seen some more battles. They're either like hundreds of years old or they've like seen some crazy stuff in their life already. I mean, like Nefer has seen, piles upon piles of bodies of her own people died on top of each other. Like the stuff Albedo has seen on Dragonspine, you could only guess. Like we've seen crazy things. So for someone just to kind of like be new into like kind of like the being grounded on your feet, walking around the world like this, to now know that there's these creatures that were destroying people in the past that you can see but you can't do anything about. Like it just makes perfect sense that you feel this way. Allow yourself to be horrified and a little bit sad.
Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically or mentally, we're here to talk.
You can always rely on me. Even if we're not Knight of Favonius, you can always like come to talk to us 110%, because that's the important thing, because this is going to weigh in his mind. And when I said like allow yourself to feel horrified, I don't mean like I hope you feel horrified. I mean like it's normal to feel sad and horrible about this. It's normal. Don't force it away. You know what I mean? You can work through it, but don't force it like in terms of like I'm going to keep it all down and I'm going to put on a brave face. If you wanted to cry right now and break down, we'd be here for you.
Come on. Stop treating me like a kid.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard not to just like, look after you though. That's the thing. Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. And I think it's so good that they have, because again, nearly every character here, right, has seen some crazy stuff in their life, right? Now, even like Yehoda, right? Yehoda, who's a character who's like is like a cartoon character that still gets scared by a lot of stuff. She's traveling around Nod-Krai all the time. She's seen some stuff. And I'm not saying Duran hasn't seen some crazy stuff already in his travels, right? 110%. But it's the first time, I guess, as well, that he's seen, like, the stuff with the Cataclysm and seen anything about it. And in this sense, he can't do anything about it. He's come to terms with, like, his existence here on this world. And that's the big difference. Everyone else has had time to, like, keep their feet on the ground and be like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is the place I belong, or anything like this. Whereas with Duran, it's like, I'm still finding my footing in this world, and now I have to deal with all these new discoveries, and I have to deal with the fact that I can't help these people survive, and I have to think upon the Cataclysm in such a horrible way, like that's right in front of me as well. It wasn't easy for our first time seeing like stuff to do with the Cataclysm, right? It wasn't easy for us either, at all.
Could you do me a solid and try to smooth things over with Boss Neff?
No, don't worry about Nefer. Don't worry about Nefer whatsoever. I'm telling you, she may have like gotten mad on the surface with you, but like Nefer adores you. She adores you greatly. Isn't that right, Nefer?
You should get going. It's important that we ascertain what Kutar likes.
But the problem is, Nefer, right? I'm definitely going to do that, but like you can't put all these amazing characters in front of me and expect me not to like talk to them at least once.
which is why we need a lantern guaranteed to work.
This is the
on
trio
moon.
now as well, but look at this trio.
Yes, I have a few ideas, but the lantern itself is the easy part. The real issue is how little we know about the lunar environment.
Wait, you two are serious about this?
They're actually entertaining the idea.
Let's just say I'm intrigued by the shining magical stones that Mr. Albedo has mentioned.
Sure. No, but I do like that. Like they are trying, right? They are definitely trying for this stuff too. How are you, best buds?
Miss Lauma, would you accompany me into town? I think it'd be best if you saw the Frost Moon Scion's decorations for
You
yourself.
going on a date?
Very well. Let's go.
They said it very loud too. Ms. Llama, would you like to go to dinner so we can look at the decorations? That's what we are doing right now. I know, like, they didn't say that, but, like, it'd be really cute if it was. Yeah, like, this is a, so far, this quest is really interesting to me. Because it's been a bit of like it started off feeling like an epilogue. And then it comes into this type of stuff where, like, it feels like very, it feels very weird, right? Because there's a feeling at the pit of my stomach with, like, worrying about, like, Columbina, but then we also have the stuff with this, like, spaceship stuff that was, like, again, whoa, what the hell is happening? We're actually going to see this. The stuff with the history is so interesting, too, because I kind of feel the same way as Duran does in some ways, but obviously, like, I think it's interesting that they have a character like Duran here who's feeling that way, because as we said, all those reasons before, like, he's, you know, still brand new to, like, the world in some ways. Everyone, by the way, I want to be clear, everyone's feeling those effects of what's happening with the Rift Towns. It's just, I think everyone's been, like, had more time to deal with, like, history and, like, their thoughts and this stuff and being on the ground and being grounded. Yeah, it's been an interesting quest so far. There's, like, a lot of, like, little, like, I don't know how you describe it. Like, it doesn't feel like it's building up entirely to something massive. It feels like it's a natural build up to the festival in some way, and Columbina's goodbye in some way, but it doesn't feel like we're, like, as fast paced as the other acts have been so far. Which, you know, I think it's nice to have, like, acts that are, like, fast paced and acts that are kind of, like, you know, a little bit slower. Even though we found the spaceship and stuff like that too, which is an amazing moment, it does feel like everything's kind of, like, you know, taking a breather, which is what we definitely need after the previous acts as well, for sure. Let's head down here as well. Whenever you get the chance to talk to Columbina, it's always great. Yeah, I like it so far as well. I do. It's been a big contrast to the previous acts, right? And of course, that's because Rarier's not on our butt every 2 seconds, which makes sense. Is she here? I didn't see her sitting on the thing anyway.
Huh? She's not
I
here.
can't sense her presence. Also, she's not here at all? That's really weird.
Weren't there a few Kuhenki here last time too? Where did they all go?
Maybe she took them out for walkies? Walkies?
Walkies? For Kuhenki? You're not pets, you know.
Interesting why she's not here, though. Like, and we can't sense her here. Paimon smile here.
Oh, well. Looks like we just came at a bad time. Let's try again tomorrow. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer
Yeah.
Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, she needs time to rest anyway.
That's such an interesting thing, though. That, like, they wouldn't... Fair point, let's go. They wouldn't just have her not be here for no reason, though, right? It wouldn't just be like, oh, let's talk to her tomorrow, right? There's something happening. Did we notice the change in the color of the flowers, maybe? Maybe we noticed that?
Columbina, are you back?
Wait, so we came back. We just came back. The next day?
How strange. Looks like she still isn't here.
You know what? That's actually, like, such a great way to do it, because, like, I think, you know, showcasing the Traveler and Paimon being respectful of someone's time and space, you know, if they're not here at the time, you know, it's like, instead of, like, being so worried and, like, texting them 20 times and be like, why weren't you at home? Like, just being like, okay, sometimes people need to, you know, get to relax and need their own space and need their own time. But now it is, like, even more weird. This is a bit odd.
Right? It's not like her to spend so much time outside.
Gorgeous music again.
Especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention.
By the looks of it, she hasn't been back all day, so we came back later in the day.
What about Lunatar? Lunatar, you there?
It's not a bad idea. So Lunatar is here as well. I can't get over how gorgeous this music is. I can't. It's like, it's every single moment.
Hey! Do you know where Columbina went?
No?
Sorry, didn't understand. But if you know where she is, could you take us to her?
Sounds like I don't know either. That's very interesting. The flowers are different, right? The flowers.
What about them? Oh, that's not good news. They change color when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now.
Let's go. We gotta find Llama.
Good idea. She might know what's happening.
That's super, super worrying, isn't it? Man.
Llama.
Oh, she's right here. Did she send something too?
Ah, it's you. How is Kutar? Is she okay?
She's missing.
No, she hasn't. I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers.
Yeah,
had changed
that's really
color.
smart by Llama as well. Very, very smart.
Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a struggle.
Oh, that's so scary.
It seems unlikely that she wandered off outside.
Oh, where could she be?
Not to mention that she doesn't do that at the best of times either. So yeah, this is super weird.
Has she approached Silver Moon Hall lately? Now this is like the feeling of the pit in your stomach when like in real life when it's again when someone doesn't text back for a long time that always texts, when someone like is usually like always in one spot or they always come to one place. And while against you give someone space, but once after a while you're like, oh, they're still not here. It's like that's super worrying, right?
No. Very few people are in the know about Kutar's whereabouts. And if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have left some sort
My
of
heart
evidence.
is pounding. Like I already had a worrying feeling about if she was gonna be okay already, but now.
Come on, let's go to Nasha Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there will know
Sure,
about it.
100%.
It's Nod-Krai's information hub after all.
Makes sense. Let's go.
I don't feel good about this. The fact that like she wouldn't be able to walk away by herself, the fact that she wouldn't just wander off like this as well. There's so many reasons why she wouldn't just wander off. And if she was in a weakened state, knowing that like, you know, do you don't think the Fatui could have arrived? The music is so stunning here as well. It's so magical, so beautiful. But like the reason why I'm talking about the Fatui is because they again, Genshin in terms of storytelling, right? Like are really good at bringing up a topic that comes back up later on. Now, sometimes they do stuff in passing which just makes the world feel very alive, right? 100%. We talked about that before, the way they will talk about like a character that hasn't been here for a while. They might, like, you know, if a character right now was like, oh yeah, I know Charlotte from Fontaine, like that's not because Charlotte's going to show up, but it's like sometimes just because it's like, okay, they're trying to showcase that the world is not just like in a vacuum. But also, she did bring up the fact that the Fatui are still after her, right? So it could be a case that the Fatui did show up. They also brought up the doctor area. If the doctor has done something, I will go freaking nuts. I'm just trying to put pieces together, right? They brought up the doctor earlier on in the mission. They brought up she brought up the Fatui once again about the Fatui coming after her and how we'll have to defend her against the Fatui. I'm really worried. Super, super worried. Where are we going from here? Oh, down here? This is Nasha Town? What? Is it? Oh, it is. It's like the start. I guess this counts as Nasha Town? I was like, what are all these things? It's the festival, right? Oh, of course. That's super cute.
Wait a moment. Is it just Paimon, or is this stall kind of suspicious? Has never been here before, right?
I've never seen it before at all. But like, I thought it was just like for the festival, right? Like, why would it be bad?
No, I don't recognize it.
Wait, so this is actually suspicious? I thought there were, like, I literally was just like, oh yeah, the festival, right? Because we haven't been here since we like boot up the game.
Alas, your
What?
free and easy adventure time is over.
What?
Now, prepare to face the final boss of Nod-Krai.
What is this? The final boss of Nod-Krai?
Whoa! Where'd that voice come from?
The final... What is happening?
Not sure, but it's definitely hostile.
What are we doing?
No, not that way. The final boss is right here.
Wait, it's a talking mole?
The Sniffer mole?
What? What is happening?
That's the final boss? Surely not. Also,
That voice sounds a little familiar.
Okay, the jig is up. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around.
Wait.
I'm right behind
Wait.
you.
What are you talking about?
It seems I've managed to leave quite an
Wait.
indelible impression, even though you've never
What?
seen my face.
What?
Nothing could make a great maid more
Huh?
pleased with herself.
What? Did she move the camera? Alice, the great adventure of the realms, Dodo King, defender of all monsters, etc., etc. But most importantly, the mother, the most adorable Klee. What? This is... What are you talking about? I just literally got chills like I've never gotten before in Genshin. What are you talking about? What? She's here in person. She's here in person. I've never felt chills like in somebody like like I just like this is great. Look at her design as well. We need to see like the full design as well. Honestly. Oh my freaking god. Is she she's moving the camera. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, she's like looking at the player as well. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
What is going on?
Oh my freaking, this is incredible.
I've heard that all the big notes in Teyvat have long, wordy titles that
Look at it.
stun people speechless when they make their entrance.
I love that she had a long wordy title. First of all, like she has a very similar color theme to Klee, right? Like in terms of the reds and stuff like this. But that hat, look at the hat with like the hair sticking up like it's like a bird feather. You cannot, Genshin. Oh my god, look at like the hair as well that gets tied up at the end. Her hair's so long. Oh my freaking, what is this? This is so exciting. This is so exciting.
Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile.
Oh my
the notorious
god.
name dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I for one think I'm really quite amazing.
I do too. We've had so many amazing moments in Genshin, by the way. So many amazing moments in Genshin that have given me chills. The chills aren't stopping. I'm like tingly. It's not stopping.
So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway.
Her laugh as well, her appearance, her eyes are so fiery as well. Like this is... Why is she showing up in person now?
Alice? It's really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodoko, but Alice in the flesh?
So this is why they mentioned Alice earlier, but I thought it was going to be a thing where like maybe Alice like sent like a letter or like as Paimon was saying like a message, like again a lantern or a Dodoko or something like this, because that's what it was before. Oh my freaking god. So this is also why the menu has, I'm guessing that's why the witch is in the menu 110%, because at first I thought like it maybe was like because people were mentioning like the prospect that like it could be like you know, like a member of the Hexen Circle could show up and stuff like this as well. I heard murmurs of that, like in comments and stuff like that as well. So I was thinking, oh, maybe there is like something that's going to happen. Obviously, no one could have known in this like update, of course, but it's still like one of those things where like I was like, I'm glad I didn't check it. I'm really glad. Oh my god, Alice though in the flesh.
Oh, that's right. So, what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me?
It is one of the most incredible things that has ever happened. Like the build up to seeing Alice, like I honestly never thought it would be this, because I thought eventually we probably would see like all the Hexen Circle members, right? But like now, you just look like honestly, like here's the thing, right? Like Klee's a little baby, right? But I think you can see like some elements like in the ears and the hair color, and well, the hair color is slightly different, right? I think the hair color is slightly different, but like the color scheme. So I think it'd be nice to say like you look like Klee, like you know, in some way. Oh, maybe we could compliment her though as well. You know, either or. Let's go. You know.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm the mother of Klee. Tibet's #1 cutie. How old could I possibly be?
No, I wasn't calling you old. Like, I think it's just because, like, you know, you have such a presence about you that like, you feel like Calvin is putting his foot in his mouth as well. Honestly, I meant it more just like I guess you shouldn't say that to anyone, right? You look so young, you know. But I just meant it more just like, oh my god, like you have such like a, you know, radiant, youthful appearance, you know. I definitely said the wrong thing there, guys. Do not follow what Calvin said. I was so caught up in the moment that I tried to do a compliment, but I put my foot in my mouth. You know, don't say that type of stuff. But again, I love how she compliments because she loves Klee.
So she's a friend?
Oh my god, Llama, it's so crazy that we're with someone who doesn't know about Alice. You know what I mean? Because if this happened in Mondstadt, the whole town's shutting down for 12 weeks. You know what I mean?
Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person.
I cannot believe this.
I see. Madam Mage, that was...
Madam Mage?
Quite a powerful entrance. I certainly won't be forgetting it anytime soon.
I love that Alice thought about the entrance. Oh, look at the design on her hair at the back too. She does have a witch's hat, but it's more like a designed witch's hat, I guess.
It's okay, Llama. Don't force it. Paimon will do the honors. This is Alice from
What the hell?
She's a friend of ours. And of Varka's too.
She does have her hair tied, because Klee does have her hair tied up in like, not a similar way, but like in a shorter version, right? She helps Slaughter as she has. And I love that I don't know how Paimon and the Traveler aren't just like on the ground, like, you know, having a heart attack. Not because of like, you know, just like, oh my god, just, you know, a new character design. More in the case of just like the fact that she's standing here. What does that mean? Just, oh my god, that means Alice could be on the banner. Oh my freaking, no, don't get your hopes up. There's plenty of characters who have showed up that aren't on the banner. Tori, Dane, you know, she helps us a lot in the past.
That's right. She's a good person, just kind of unpredictable.
Oh my god, you could get that she's unpredictable even from this conversation right here, right now.
Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable?
Oh my god.
If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines?
She actually has such like a beautiful design. She really does. Like, she looks so like bright and like radiant, and like even her face looks so like I don't know what to say, like cheerful, you know, like her expressions are also cheerful, which honestly, from her like laugh and the way she talks, I'm glad that she does have like this kind of like almost extra cheerful expression about her, you know. And the hair being so cool too. This is such a cool design, man. It's so good. And I do love that, again, there is like elements of like where there's the color scheme, or like the way the hair is tied up in some way. Obviously the ears as well is a big thing too, but like obviously she's not the only one with ears like this too. But like you can see like there's like an element of Klee there, and I think they probably thought about that.
I am Lauma, Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Man, like I legitimately feel like I need to go back to Mondstadt right now and be like, look who I found.
Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good 15 minutes getting up to speed on
15 minutes?
present situation.
I mean, I guess like, you know, speed reading.
In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part.
Oh my
so
god,
we
she's
can
so
skip the
playful.
pleasantries.
No, legitimately, like she's even now with like all this stuff, she's so playful and cheerful, and like it's Alice. It's fully Alice. Oh, the red eyelashes. Like if she wasn't playful and she has her vision is like attached to her hat as well, it's so cool. Like if she wasn't really playful and like this as well, like, you know, kind of like outgoing, it would have been very weird, because she's always been like that through the phone and stuff. I love her hair.
Fair enough.
Look at the hair.
Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality.
Yes, 100%.
He'll get used to it. Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in Nod-Krai, Alice?
Oh, I thought I told you already. This time I'm the final boss.
The voice crack as well. She got so excited to say this too. Are you actually the final boss? So what's happening with this?
And what a formidable foe I shall be.
Her animations are
confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed.
I'm gonna send a form request for G to put you in solitary. I love that, again, like what's so weird about this is that I guess like for me as a player, getting so overworked up about this and getting so like so many chills and getting so excited about this is incredible. But like I think it's also a situation with the Traveler, is that like in a way he's heard this playful nature before, and I love that he's kind of like treating her as an old friend in some way. It's kind of sweet as well. Because while at first I'd be like, I would have just been like on the ground like, what the hell? I love that he's kind of like, playing along a little bit because he knows her personality, right?
Oh, drat. My one weakness, and you found it in an instant.
Oh my god.
Fate has been dealt a devastating blow.
I adore her. I absolutely adore her. This is the best. This is so freaking good.
Thus falls the great Dodo King.
And like this, like again, pretending to be sad as well.
Why are you playing along with this nonsense?
I mean, I feel like this stage you might as well. Like for me, I'm still in kind of shock.
For funsies, of course.
Funsies.
What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown?
No way. No freaking way. For me, like in terms of like the experience of seeing Alice, right? I didn't know what to expect from Alice at all. But she has like a really like extravagant design with her hair and this like witch's hat that is so unique. The very like almost galaxy red kind of, like I say galaxy because like it looks like the stars in the sky that are shimmering red off like the outfit too. The freaking awesome like way that she has like again a tiny bit where you can look at her and go like, oh, there is like a little bit of Klee there, you know? Like it's a really great design for me. Like I really again like I don't know what I expected Alice to look like this whole time at all. Like I guess like I guess maybe I thought she was just more of an ethereal thing at this stage. Like maybe she was like a cloud of smoke, like that had like you know like kind of like witches from the old story where they kind of like can just reappear, disappear. She was more ethereal than even like grounded and on the ground like this.
No, it's just you seem like a busy lady, and this is the one time you've shown up in person.
That's true.
Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes than just goofing around.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be. I don't think. I'm glad it wouldn't be Alice if she didn't do this, right? For sure.
You're quite right. I'm here in Nod-Krai because something big happened.
Whoa.
Something big enough it caught the attention of the Hexen Circle.
Whoa. No, that's massive. That's it, like again, Hexen. Whenever the Hexen Circle is mentioned at all, terrifying, right? Because it's going to be something huge, or like they're going to be a big part of the story. So I wonder.
It concerns the 3 moons, Tevat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for.
Oh, so she knows her location. You know where Columbina is?
Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea?
Oh, like. Why do I feel like crying? Like the fact that Alice is asking us to have a pot of tea with her in person. This is a stunning design. This is an absolutely stunning design.
My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun. But
the laugh she has
technically
too.
Have a job to do as well, namely maintaining the stability of Tevat's borders.
Okay. Look, we're just sitting on these benches as well. You know, I love about the voice actor here as well, that like they get the idea of Alice so perfectly. You know, the idea of like she's so bubbly and like she loves being playful so much so that her own voice can barely catch up with her own mind sometimes,
My main reason for coming on this trip to Tevat was, of course, to have some fun.
Like there's like involuntary like uncontrollable laughs, you know?
I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up,
oh my god, look at her sporty.
All that lie beyond Tevat's border. We'd find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through.
Wait, so there's like abyssal energy beyond the border of Tevat that's trying to get in?
And the phantoms you've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed.
So it's not just this thing that's like a really like cultural thing.
No wonder they tend to show up around Moon Prayer Night.
Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that its power can cross the border?
In part, but only a negligible amount passes through. Just enough to influence the verdant crests and so on. And as you've noticed, there has been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, there is another far greater factor at play.
Which is?
The trilunar syzygy.
I've seen the word syzygy before. Is that in the Spiral Abyss?
A trilunar syzygy.
Maybe I'm getting the word wrong, but like...
Eons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Tevat,
what are we doing?
It was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world.
You're talking about life, death, and all, and such, aren't you?
Oh, that's exactly it.
Oh my god, the excitement in her
The three
voice.
goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world
This is a great shot as well. So that's why, remember, we did the idea that you can't hold two moon goddesses in one body.
But, fast forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh and...
Are they seeing this as a consolidation?
The power of all three moons is gathered here in Nod-Krai. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flames.
This is insane. So, like, we thought it would have been okay just to have them all in one space because they're not, like, touching each other. I can't get over how cool the design is. The red eyelashes are stunning. But yeah, we thought it would have been okay to have them all in one place as long as they didn't converge with each other, I guess, as well. But, like, this is seen as a consolidation of some kind, and it's affecting this world.
And it's having a noticeable effect on Tevat's borders.
Why are you so concerned about Tevat's said borders? It's because the Abyss will get through. Is that what she said?
Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason?
I mean, it is. I can't. Her design is stunning, guys. So much personality in the face, the animations, the design itself. I accept this reason. Like, wanting your daughter to have a happy life, yeah.
Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question.
But I'm saying I would accept
That
this.
makes sense.
You know what I mean? It's like even if she has another reason for this, it's like, yeah, I'd accept to say, hey, I want my daughter to be happy. Yeah, sure.
Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain. For instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R.
Daughter?
Albedo could tell you more about that if you're curious. But right now, I have a more important question to ask you.
Wait.
Why are you collecting the moon marrows?
Columbina wants to use their power to return home. So again, you know what's so interesting about this too? She mentions R so casually, and she said, hey, but ask Albedo about this, right? Because she's already had contact with Albedo. But I wonder if that has something to do with like with Duran and Albedo and all the stuff that's happening there too. It's interesting when she said, why are you collecting all the moon marrows? She still has a cheerful vibe to her, but Alice asking this question feels like, I don't know, is this a weird analogy to make? Like, you know, when someone seriously asks you, like, like, I don't know what way to describe it. It's like, you know, you feel like you've done something wrong with her asking this, you know, it's like, why are you doing this? You know, why is this? Even though you know you haven't done anything wrong. Columbina wants to use their power to return home.
I see. Nicole told me about that legend once.
See, that's who I thought was going to probably maybe show up in voice as well in some way once again was Nicole because of the because I heard murmurs of that word. I've seen that people using that phrase in the comments once or twice, but I didn't know it was going to be up until now.
Nicole? You mean meet Anne?
Yeah.
Oh, so you remember.
We heard her voice in Fontaine.
Yes, of course. That was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore.
That's very sad, isn't it?
What does that mean?
She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared.
Wait. So she's not anywhere in Tevat? Is that what she's saying? She's missing, but she's in a physical place? What does it even mean? Once long ago, what? So this is when she was very weak?
My body is so heavy. Wait, no. It's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy, like I've been asleep for too long. Is it daytime or nighttime? Is the moon out?
What is happening here?
I think I'll go for a walk.
Yeah? So we're actually following Columbina now as well. I'm so worried about what he means by she's not anywhere. Oh, Oh. Wait. No, wait. Wait. Does this actually mean that what's happened, what she said was going to happen, happened? The way she wouldn't become... Oh, no, she's trying to touch it as well.
The day has come at
No,
last.
that's so sad. That's legitimately such a sad thing. So this is what she was talking about. That she would basically cease to exist. Like, it wouldn't be a situation where, like, she would, like, become part of the ground or become part of, like, the dirt below her. She would just literally cease to exist.
Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form?
This is so bad, man. This is so freaking bad. Like, this is gonna break my freaking heart. Like, this is gonna hurt so badly.
But Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to
Oh my
returning
god, I know,
home.
and now we know she wasn't even able to return home at this point as well. No, this is too much.
Death is near. Is this how it ends for me?
Oh, don't, this is so bad, man. This is like... This is the last thing I want to happen here.
Return to the moon after I disappear. Or...
Because it's already heartbreaking knowing that she probably wouldn't be able to get home anyway. But she doesn't know that either. And now she's so on this uncertainty. What's going to happen once I do disintegrate, when I do disappear? And it's the fact that, like, she's not going to be some presence where, like, we can bury her, where we can say goodbye in that fashion. She's just going to be gone. It's so brutal. Oh my.
I don't want it to end like
Oh. This is going to hurt so bad, isn't it? This is going to hurt so bad.
So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel.
So she still has, like, something, like some sort of presence.
But as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world.
Stop.
The world where I was born.
This may be your last chance to visit Frostmoon Enclave. Don't listen. What are you talking? What are you doing, game? They're not really planning on...
Wait for me!
They're not planning on doing this.
The Frost Moon Enclave. How much it has changed since I was born.
These decorations, they're so heavy.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just, like, so stuck in the idea that, like, that the game's even doing this. I know it's gonna be, like, a very, like... I know it's gonna be a well-written sequence. I know it's gonna be, like, a sequence that's gonna stick with us forever. But, like, my heart's pounding, and again, that feeling in the pit of my stomach is back.
It's times like this when you kind of wish men could be priestesses and acolytes.
How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives.
She's getting to
in this
explore without
way.
being, like, seen, but... My hand feels warm. I genuinely, it feels like... The emotions I'm feeling right now of worry and, like... And I feel like there's, like, a sadness building up, too, where I feel it, man. You know when you feel like, you know, you could, like, get really overwhelmed. But I feel like the worry that I'm feeling in the pit of my stomach is, like, blocking everything else. All I'm feeling is just this genuine worry and fear.
In the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face. Like they were frozen stiff.
Oh, so she can finally see people for who they are and the way they are.
Karina, Lametti, it's time to eat. Coming.
I want to watch them a little longer.
This This is gonna be rough. Wait, we're actually playing as... What are you... Oh my freaking god, we're floating as... This... Guys, this motion feels so weird. Intentionally so right. It's supposed to feel like fantastical and magical. Like, we're supposed to feel like we're not a part of this world anymore. We're not, like, physically there. Like, I've never felt movement like this in Genshin where, like, you know, you can barely, like, feel the impact of your movement. It almost feels like very, I don't know how to describe it. There's, like, a feeling, it's so weird. Oh, we're still leaving footprints, though. Like, it's weird to move your analog stick and not hear, like the ground. Or not feel, like, the impact of every, like... I don't want to say feel the impact. You don't feel it through your controller, but, like, you see the footsteps hitting the ground. You feel the impact. You see that character there. Like, she's only, like, tapping it very gently. This is so strange. Before we go on with this whole sequence, by the way, guys, before we go on with anything to do with this, this is genuinely, like, one of the most, like, one of the craziest and one of the most, like, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like I'm, like, all over the place right now. I feel like my mind is all over the place. This is, to me, genuinely, like, one of the most impactful, like, 30 minutes in Genshin to me. Not only getting to see Alice in the flesh and have her talk about all this stuff. It was amazing seeing her, by the way. Like, what an amazing reveal, right? Such an amazing reveal. But it wasn't just like this amazing reveal with Alice that was absolutely incredible about all this. It was also the fact that, like, I don't know what to say, like, that it led to, like, us finding out that this music, man. I'm so sorry I'm all over the place. This is, like, one of the craziest and worrying and amazing sequences that we've had, like, since, it's just, you guys know, like, I yap for years. Like, I'm finding it hard to even, like, overcome the feeling in the pit of my stomach of what could happen here. I'm truly finding it difficult to overcome it, honestly. Seeing Alice rocked me, and now this feeling that we're having now, floating around with Columbina, is rocking me as well. I'm worried to even take steps because I'm so... Genshin's not afraid to make us cry. It's not afraid to make us cry with this stuff. But yeah, seeing Alice was incredible. Seeing the design of Alice was absolutely insane. A moment that I'm never going to forget, and a moment that to me lived up to everything because she's a character that still is so playful with us, has her personality fully intact, and also just, like, again, has a tiny bit of Klee in herself, but she also, like, has, like, this very, you know, vibrant look to her, and, like, I looked at, like, you know, she's very, like, well, like, everything's well, like, thought out, like, with her hair and her outfit and all this stuff too. Like, her eyelashes look amazing. Like, I think it's a really, really pretty design. And it was cool to talk to her in any way, like, and to have tea with her. And then we switched over to this stuff with Columbina, which, like, is just the biggest whiplash of, like, oh my god, I'm so happy to be, like, I'm glad we see Columbina, but, like, I don't know where this is going to lead to, you know? Let us, try our best to get through this. I just feel like this is going to be so sad. I just feel it.
So just fill these balloons with air, right?
Yep. Try a couple now to test things out. The rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night.
Think fast.
Think fast? What? Just throwing like a water balloon? Oh my god, that's kind of a sweet moment though. Look at it. Look, she's a very cute outfit.
Teasing an acolyte of the Frost Moon Scions? Surely that's a punishable offense.
She's seeing how things have changed, right?
Take this!
Oh, she's seeing how it's, like, a lot more cheerful here now. Oh, that's so sweet. Like, it's probably the last time she was here, like, it was really serious. And it was a big emphasis on the religious aspect on everything. But she's seeing, like, a high-ranking official having fun.
Lady Lauma gave us a task. We should get back to it.
That's so sweet. And honestly, like, must be such a different change for Columbina to see this.
The task is just to check that the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them with air or water.
What?
Okay, you got me there. And you got me there. But still, we can't use all the balloons before the festival even starts.
Okay, but like, why would, like, did she just say, I don't get the air or water thing?
We won't use all of them. And as long as Lady Lauma's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch,
Oh my god.
this can stay as a little secret between friends.
Like, that's what's happening. She's legit.
Can't do any harm, right?
She's seeing like how like chill it is now comparatively.
You menace. Then think fast.
They love the phrase "think fast" in this. Oh my god. They love the phrasing "think fast."
Is pumping a balloon full of water really so much fun?
Possibly all when she's like poking it as well, but she can't obviously touch the stuff too. The animations have been so amazing. Man, she's gonna see so many differences because that is the truth. That is the truth. Even like Llama said it too. Like there's like less. The floating is so crazy, man. It feels so weird. But like even Llama was saying, there's like a bit less emphasis on the religious aspects nowadays and more about the celebration and the fun. And you can see things have calmed down, especially since like, you know, it's not the same place. That, and I feel like that's one of those things that like you could see in real life too. While like I think that a lot of people still are very devout religious people, and in some cases they can still be like very, very nice people. In some cases they can be absolutely like, you know, bad, you know, in terms there's bad Catholics just like there's good Catholics. But I feel like that's I compare it to Christmas just because, you know, Christmas has become more and more about the fun aspect of things every single year, you know? It's been more about, like, cause I know, like, for kids it's about the whole idea of, like, but even for kids it's, like, about presents, you know? But really it becomes less about the serious aspects of religion more and more to the point that I feel that feels like a distant memory sometimes when it comes to Christmas, you know? And I feel like that's one of the things happening here, too. And it's really, really nice to see everyone having such a good time. This music's so glorious, isn't it? It's so nice.
I'm sure you're both tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up.
A plain, humble meal. That has always been the way of the Frost Moon Scion.
Wait, is she gonna see something a lot crazier, like the sweets?
Huh? How come Lametti got a midsummer
Oh, a lovely berry.
dessert? Oh, I always get Lockaberry.
Swap. Maybe swap over a bit. Maybe change for today.
I don't mind
Oh my god, the
sharing.
sweetheart. Absolute sweetheart.
You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite of yours.
That's so nice. That's so nice. That's such a good idea.
They're sharing food?
Yeah.
I've never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbinger tea
Wow.
parties, everyone just ate off their own plate.
And it's not just her seeing the changes that are happening here in the Frost Moon Scions. It's also her seeing, like, stuff that she never got to do as an experience in life, right? The idea of, like, throwing the water balloons and having fun with people like that. The idea of, like, sharing food. Even though the tea parties, I would say, is breaking bread with her people, and I think that's such a happy memory she should always remember now. Because she can look back on the tea parties and see it as a happy memory now after everything. But now she's seeing that even now they have different food now. They're sharing food with each other. There's choices, you know?
And when I couldn't finish my food offerings from the Frost Moon Scions, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim.
Hey, that was 2 bites.
Oh, that always happens with the, like, do you want to take a bite?
Oh, then you can have another bite.
Yeah,
of
come on, we
mine.
can resolve this.
Oh, you too.
No, that's like a tale as old as time. Do you want to take a bite of this? No, that's half of it.
Oh, don't fret now. Here, have some of Granny's too.
Oh, lovely grandmother.
So this is what it means to be family.
This is going to kill me. This is going to kill me. I am going to be dead and buried. I know I will be. Because again, here's the thing, like, it's she realized she did have a family that loved her, right? In terms of the
I'm seeing so much that I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around.
like she got to have, like, it's we talked about being in the fog and not realizing everything outside of the fog once you're in the fog. But she, like, once she got out of the fog, she looked back into the fog and was like, okay, there's some aspects there that people actually did love. And, like, you know, I think she can look back now at the tea parties and kind of see it more as like a very lovely communal thing. Whereas at the time she felt like everything was very reciprocal. And now she's looking at all these people like celebrating each other, you know, breaking bread with each other, sharing food, are bickering and having fun with each other. And I think that I hope that she can put into perspective, not just like, oh, I didn't get to do like all this stuff all the time, and not just, oh, they act differently when I'm not around, but also understand that like you bicker with the marionette, and you know, the knave is like almost like an older sister to you sometimes as well. Or you know, in that way too, like there is like some familial stuff there with the Harbingers. And while it's not all good, like let's be completely honest here, like they still, you know, she still has some bad memories from there. But I hope that she can like, you know, look upon the way her interactions with the Traveler are now, and the way her interactions were with Lama now, and the way the interactions were with you know, the Knave, Tartagula, Capitano, and all the people she would go to a tea party with. I really think that, like, you know, she did have people that cared about her, but right now she's also thinking, these people didn't activate when I was around. I was like, I never got to see this, and I've never really experienced this in the moment where I realized this is family.
It's nice.
Don't.
Being able to just watch people in peace in these final moments.
Please do not say final moments.
What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look
Oh my
around
God.
Nasha Town too. Maybe the Traveler will be there.
My heart is pounding, guys. This is like so bad. It's not bad in terms of like the game itself, but like it's like, I don't want this to happen. Her going without saying goodbye as well is worst case scenario. Absolute worst case scenario. Oh my God, Alice is right here in the town?
After the War of Funerary Flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Teyvat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence.
Yeah, that's when they crumbled apart as well. Man, that Columbina stuff is going to be on my mind forever. I don't even know what to do, honestly.
That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her.
It's just what Columbina said. The world is rejecting her. So it's literally due to still what was happening with the Funerary Flame War all the way back then. So it's still rejecting her from that point.
To be more pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted.
Jesus,
Something
man.
of a recurring theme in Teyvat's history.
It's so... Yeah, it is a recurring theme, but it's so awful that one thing can be done to offend somebody in this world of Teyvat, and there is like a grudge and a... I know some stuff is serious, like some grudges are totally warranted, like, you know what I mean? Dane against the sinners, 100% warranted. But like, still like, Columbina's feeling the punishment for the moon goddess's actions of whatever they did to piss off the heavenly principles back then. Still, she's feeling that.
Theoretically, speaking so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do.
Oh my God, the laugh. Imagine, like again, that's why I love Alice. Like, this carefree attitude, this bubbly attitude. She's so excited to even say that they have no power over her.
Anywho, the moon marrow energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and that battle against the Ray Hair of Solnari only weakened her further.
Okay, so like she only got weaker from that, okay.
Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she managed to survive this long.
What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late.
Yeah, she said the word fortunately.
Oh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for
Please, anything you do to explain Alice. I still can't believe Alice is here in the flesh. Every time I look at her, I'm just like, what are we like? Like it's so it's amazing, but it's so shocking. But please, so what Alice is saying here is that she says she's in the crosshairs of the it should, but oh sorry, we already read that as well. The moon marrow energies were a drop in the bucket for her, but the battle weakened her. So it's one of those things where, like, yes, like this was like only a part of her power, but still the battle against the Rahir Solari affected her. But since it happened close to the Moon Knight, that's why she survived this. Okay. Because the Kavaki energy was so high. Okay. Yeah. I always like to read over things, even if like I read them once. You guys know I do this, and you guys actually have said that you don't mind me doing this.
I said earlier that the moon goddesses lost the foundation for their existence.
Her animation is so freaking good, guys. It's so good.
The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Teyvat was lost.
So, since they have no reason to be here and they're not part of the natural order of things, that's why she's fading away?
The same logic applies to the present moon goddess, too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her Damselette.
Okay.
And she was worshipped as Kutar by the Frost Moon Scions. But these connections have now been severed, whether by her hand or yours.
So, I wonder, again, because she was a part of the Frost Moon Scions, they gave her a purpose, quote unquote, or she was part of the natural order in terms of like the give and take of the Frost Moon Scions. And when she was in the Fatui, she was like given the Damselette name. So in both ways, she was given the Damselette name and the Kutar name, giving her a part of the natural order of their world.
So the rationale that once sustained
That's
her
crazy.
Is now gone.
So legit is because so can we give her a name and give her a part of our life, right? Can we make her a part of our existence in our world? Like, would we be able to be like, your name is now this, and you are our companion, you know, like in an official sense? Because I think it has to be kind of like in a, because you could just say like, oh, you're. I wonder if it is. It'd be amazing if you could just be like, your name is Susie, and you are now, you know, you do whatever you want. But I think because of what happened with the Frost Moon Signs, I wonder if the Heavenly Principles are looking for an actual reason for her to be here, or if the world or Teyvat is looking for a reason for her to be here. So you would have to give her an actual reason, like that's tangible. Maybe, I wonder. So like to me, I'm looking like at the idea of like, what if she, you know, became our companion or something like that, or like she became like our friend, even, like, you know, like officially by giving her a name, being like, you are our friend, you have a reason to be here, we want you to be here.
Wait, we did that to her?
And again, this idea, we did this to her as well. Sorry for not like talking about that part, but I wonder if that's because we gave her the strength to not go back to the Fatui and not to go to the Frost Moon Scions.
Well, strictly speaking, yes. But let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as the big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final
Oh my God,
boss
she's so
I
funny.
want to be.
She's so fun. Like, again, the bubbly attitude she has, and then like the carefree attitude she has. If you're making light of this, hopefully that means you have a plan. That's the thing, right? Again, Alice has made light of like really, like, you know, when we've been stuck in really crazy situations, she has made light before. But this is a situation where like it's literally someone's life on the line that we care about. So I don't think she's, even in this situation, she's going to be like weird about it. Honestly.
Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world.
Yeah, of course.
Now, if you wish to,
her animations are so good.
Goddess, there are two problems we need to solve.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like they're so like fluid. You know, they really went all out for Alice.
Firstly, we'll need to strengthen the connection between her and Teyvat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night.
Strengthen her connection, but does that mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful behind this?
I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her
So
name?
it is to do with her name, and she needs to have a new home?
Her name?
Yes. Names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire existence.
I wonder legitimately, can we give her a name just the same way we gave Vaughn a name, right? Or maybe she can choose a name for herself as well. I asked her once, but she said she didn't know. But I think her whole story was also like someone didn't choose a name for her, right?
Then your first job is to find it.
Anything.
As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with.
I literally will like do anything.
Neither Columbina nor Kutar is her true name.
Right.
And she's never really accepted either of them.
So, finding out her real name is enough to sustain her existence?
And I do like, again, for me personally, like the idea of like names aren't isn't always like super important. Like, I love people's names, and I know that's how people like, you know, go by, but like I think I'm always one of those people that's like, you know, it's the person that matters more than the name. But obviously the name is really good for, but the idea of anchoring someone makes sense, even in like a literal way, and like, sorry, not literal way, but like the figurative and spiritual way. In Teyvat, it makes sense, the idea, like, especially like once Vaughn was given a new name, he was given a new world and a new place in this world, and a new future and a new existence. But also in terms of anchoring people in the real world, like our world, it'd be very difficult to like, you know, call someone, gain someone's attention, describe someone, and all this stuff as well, like without actually having like a name. You know, like a name is like everything in our world, legally, you know, politically. If you're a politician, it's like so much weight is put behind your name. You know what I mean? Even like the respect that people have for you is put behind your name. When people hear your name, people feel different things. It is like a thing that like does like, I feel like anchor you to the world in some way.
Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every journey begins that way. So for now, that's all we need to focus on. The second problem is with her plan to use the moon marrows to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of
Yeah, and
power.
I remember Columbina said this, like, she said, like, oh, maybe I'll just go, like, I'll slam against the false sky or something.
Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form.
Because we know she has been very weakened at this point.
But no need to fret. Nicole's the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out.
So I think we still will, because what I was saying earlier, like the way I kept like you know, brushing by comments where people would like, you know, mention the name Nicole, and I was trying to avoid it as well, like, you know, but like you're gonna see sometimes like it's, but like if I see something that I don't recognize or like that hasn't been said or something, I usually try to avoid it. But I have seen the name Nicole come up again months, like a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago. So I do wonder if it is a situation where like people were predicting that she could have been here or something like that, and she will actually come up in some way.
Wait, Mage N is going to help us out too?
Like to have 2 Hex and Circle people on the job would be amazing.
That means we've got 2 Hex and Circle mages on the case. This is turning into a pretty big deal.
Actually, this is more of a side quest for me.
I love that it's like literally like one of our closest friends' life hangs in the balance, and yes, because it's Alice, this is like, yeah, whatever. This is like just, you know, a side thing, side hustle.
Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tibet's border soon.
I know, and again, Alice being busy is not surprising whatsoever. But yeah, having like Hex and Circle members helping us is a big deal. It's a big deal. Thanks for telling us all this.
That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Clee.
Are you serious?
Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in
Oh,
the
hell
future.
yeah. Whenever you need. That is so funny as well that she has that appreciation, you know, like, you looked after Clee, so I'm indebted to you.
Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out
This,
till moon prayer
you know what
night.
Alice could be dropped into, and I think it's and this one shot made me realize this. She could be that character in that fantastical like early 2000s movie that, you know, when like, you know, that was like 90 minutes long, that you meet in the forest and she's like, you better get a move on now. You don't know what to be out there in the night, you know, and all this. Like, she's that type of character that you meet that like, it's almost like the character that you meet for like 5 minutes in the movie. She might break out into a song a little bit. You move on and you don't see her again until the end of the movie when she arrives like in the clouds being like, and saying a quote that she said from earlier that helps everyone like gain some power. You know, she's like that character. It feels like that right now.
Oh, I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before
Wait, we're actually going to see her like literally?
Off you go now. Time to meet your new friend. Oh, yes. And a little suggestion. Don't forget to mind your head.
Mind your heads. Look at this, by the way. Look at this. What does that mean?
What?
I wonder how Duran's doing. I should really
You should.
see him before I head
Wait,
back.
I thought like, again, I started off this thing because like, I generally was wondering if we were going to like hear from Alice again, you know? But now like there's a chance we could see both Nicole and Alice. Are we going to see a model for Nicole as well?
You really are super busy.
Of course.
I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on just in Mondstadt. Duran, Albedo, Venti, Varka.
Venti and Venti as well. There's some unexpected names in there.
Clay didn't make the list, huh?
Oh my god. Oh, Paimon. Paimon said, you got a daughter, okay?
Of course not. Clee is my pride
Oh
and
my
joy.
god.
I have no qualms about her, because she's the best child in the whole wide world.
Honestly, like this, like she does give off that motherly energy where it's like, why would I have to watch out for Clee? She's perfect. Everything she does is perfect, no matter what.
Clee's a little
She is. She is for sure. I love that in this scene you see, like, again, I don't think she's trying to intimidate Paimon, by the way. She's just like, you know, she's very forward. If she was trying to intimidate Paimon, we'd have to fight a Hex and Circle member. But it's interesting that she does still have, like, even when she's not trying, she has this energy that feels like very, like, intimidating.
I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you.
See you when I see you, says Alice.
She left in a hurry.
Oh, I think I'm just more amazed that like Alice leaves just by strolling off. You know, I thought she'd like put down a smoke bomb and fly away. You know, like it's almost like hilarious. You know, I in my mind I generally thought that when she was like, "See what I see," I thought, "Oh, here she goes. She's gonna disappear or something." No, she's just like, "I'm strolling off." You know, she should have thrown a smoke bomb down as well though.
She didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her?
I doubt that's necessary.
I must say, I'm now very curious about her daughter. Klee, wasn't it? What's she?
She's the biggest sweetheart and the most hilarious, like one of the most hilarious Genshin characters in the whole world. She's so funny. She's so funny.
That's a long story.
She's perfect.
Come on, we'll fill you in as we go.
She's so funny. Remember when she tried to break was it Diluc or Kaya that she tried to break out of the out of being grounded or something? I forget which one it was. It was a while back. I think we did it right before Natlan, maybe. What was that? The loading screen as well. Look at that. Oh, now we're in Noshtown, of course.
What a lively place. I've never experienced Noshtown like this before.
We just had the hilarity and amazing stuff with what you call it, with Alice, and now we have this as well.
Hey, you old geezer! Your hammer's rusted through!
We're going back to heavy emotional stuff.
Who are you calling old geezer?
Are they quarreling?
I'm looking right at him. You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free reign in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore?
Jesus, what the hell?
It shouldn't take you days just to fix a single chair.
Calm down.
You might as well use that hammer to massage my back for all the good it's doing.
Jeez, he's very bitter about this, isn't he?
Don't run your mouth, or you'll get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life. Look, the materials haven't arrived yet, all right? You know how busy it gets in the days before moon prayer night.
I'll bet you send all the materials to your little princess.
Jesus, dude.
Blood's always thicker than water, huh?
All right, you've made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand,
See? Lolka knows what the score is.
So it's just a family quarrel?
I guess they're friends. But the way they spoke to each other was so ugly.
Because sometimes, like, especially when you're close with someone, like, I described this before because I think a lot of times, like, you know, on social media, right, I see a lot of posts where people will be like, this person was so, like, especially about, like, famous people, they'll be like, this person was so rude to, like, let's make up two celebrities, Jack and Jill. This Jack was so rude to Jill, or Jill was so rude to Jack. But then, like, someone will try to explain to them, like, you know, if you... with friends, sometimes you are rude to each other and you know each other's boundaries. The bad friends are the ones that don't know each other's boundaries, right? And don't know how far you can go. In this case, like, they obviously clearly knew their each other's limits, were able to argue with each other, and in the end ended up with a little bit of a chuckle and a smile, right?
Then again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this.
Maybe at the Fatui?
Columbina!
Oh my god, yeah.
Sing outside
What?
my door in the middle of the night one more time, and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me?
She's like singing outside her door every night.
Oh, Centrone. So that was her way of trying to be friends with me.
No, generally, like that. Honestly, this is a really beautiful way of realizing that. Like, first of all, it's hilarious, this image of the damsel outside of the marionette's room singing a song just to annoy her a little bit. But, like, it seems that, like, maybe she wasn't even trying to annoy her, but, like, the marionette generally does want to get closer to these characters, but she doesn't know how to express it without feeling like she's, you know, putting herself out there to be burnt, right? And a lot of people feel this way. I see, like, no, a lot of people feel this way. A lot of people don't want to ever text first because they're worried about not getting a text back, right? And that's the way I describe the marionette in a lot of ways.
What a pity. I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply.
Oh, I love that she's seeing the friendship like that now, where she's like, I could have said something back. So freaking amazing. And we're still strolling here too. It's still so like incredible, like what they've done with the motion in this as well. I love that she's like reminiscing on her own life by looking at everyone else's like, you know, situation here. Like the way she kind of like, you know, we saw that the Frostmoon signs, and now she's thinking of Columbina when she sees two people bickering, that, you know, she sees, oh yeah, that is friendship. That can be friendship. And again, it's about knowing each other's boundaries, right? Like there's certain situations where like I've seen it as well, where there's a person in the group and it's always bad. Like, when I was younger, we had like a gigantic group of friends. Like it was so big that like no one could ever truly be like close to everybody. So it was one of those situations where like you'd see sometimes it'd be like little formations of little groups, and from the outside you'd see like one person would be like another group would be like the punching bag, and I get to that person who's doing the punching, they're like, hey, it's all fun and games, right? But since they didn't know the person well enough, the other person, you know, bites back and goes like, what the F is wrong with you? Please don't treat me this way. And that's an example of like not knowing each other's boundaries, not checking in and not realizing some signs. And treating one person like the punching bag is never nice. Unless you're joking with each other and everyone's making fun of each other, then it's like, okay, that's not fun. But in this case, it's like Columbina, like 100% does want to be friends with the other members of the Fatui. But she has an interesting and weird way of expressing it, right? 100%. But we've seen that type of expression before.
Have you decided what to give her for Moon Prayer Night?
I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she's least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question.
The surprise of her life. What a fun turn of phrase.
And she's like seeing someone about to propose as well.
Cool, I get the picture. You can spare me the gushy details. Ooh, looks like we have a customer.
Oh, and it's like looking at her, but it's not going to be her, isn't it?
Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some Moon Prayer Night candy?
Huh?
And it's almost like it's me, but it's not her.
Is he talking to
me?
Can he see me?
Oh, and like it's almost like she's so excited to get recognized as well. This is brutal, man. Wait. Oh no, they landed in her hand. That's so brutal, Genshin. What is wrong with you?
Right. Now, where were we?
What is freaking wrong with you, Genshin? That's so brutal. That's so hurtful.
I don't know why, but I still held out.
That's what you're talking about. There's still something pulling you here. You like there's a part of you that wants to be part of Teyvat as well. You know what I mean? That still wants to be able to like. Well, of course you don't want to disappear. So the hope is still alive. That's one of the most brutal things Genshin has ever done, ever. Because we knew the outcome. We knew it wasn't good.
The most important thing right now is to find that mage.
This name thing.
Oh, they're going to find Nicole.
Too, but where do we even start?
Oh, and they're talking about the damselette. They're talking about Columbina.
I'd better go pay the Fatui a visit.
Huh? To ask about her. No, Genshin. Oh. They are trying to murder me today. They are attempting to kill me. Oh my god.
Columbina?
What? No freaking way, are you kidding me? What? What? What the hell? He like sensed her there? Is it because of the moon fragment?
Traveler?
Trust your senses. Oh my god, I'm in tears. What the hell is this?
Let's go.
Trust your senses. Trust your senses. Man, this game is really trying to freaking kill me. Like this moment where she passes through, she feels once again that she's forgotten about, that she's not thought about, but he can still sense her. There's still hope. Yes, follow. Yes. Oh. There's tear. If it's not so bad, just quietly staying by their side like this. Oh my. Oh my god, this is look for Mage Nicole. What? Look, what is this? I am in such a devastated state with all of this. This is such a like It's beautiful in a way in terms of writing and in terms of presentation, but like it really is just like they knew this was going to be like tugging on our heartstrings like crazy there. I have tears in my eyes right now. Oh, freaking hell. The idea of the damsel like going around to different parts of Nashi Town and seeing how people live with each other, seeing how people like are familiar with each other, or the idea of a proposal giving someone a surprise of their life, and then two things: having someone like drop sweets through her hand, showcasing that she has this hope that she maybe could have caught those sweets, but she wasn't able to, and then her passing through Aether was like, and then Aether still noticing her there was so devastating. Not because it's bad. It's a good thing that he can sense her. It really is. But like, for a moment there, she really felt like, okay, hope is gone. Aether was the first person in her life. Not the first person in her life who cared about her. Not the first person in her life who tried to care about her. The first person in her life who got true to her that she is cared about, that she is loved. The first person in her life that showed her like what it means to not have a reciprocal relationship, which allowed her to open her heart a little bit more to her past and the marionette and the knave and Tartaglia and Capitano and all these other characters. It was almost like a retroactive experience where meeting with Aether and realizing that there's people out there that won't just like her for her, what she can do for them, made her look back at her past life and and she started to like truly like realize that she was loved and she was cared about in a lot of ways, in a whole lot of ways. It's so freaking brutal. It's so freaking brutal. I'm going to put this with the other part of the discussion. If this is one big video, again, it's one of those things where I won't know if it'll be a big video or not. If it isn't a big video, you'll see this then on Friday. If not, you'll see the whole thing on Sunday. But the first part of this quest that we just had here, I honestly think is really incredibly well done, not just because of the contents of the story, but also because I think they did the pacing very well when it comes to the acts. While I think something still crazy could happen as we go forward, I also think that it's really good to start off with something that is like a little more calm, a little bit more gentle. Like there's still a really like sad, beautiful story like going through this. Some really shocking and amazing moments as well throughout this act so far. But like I think that starting off with that like kind of like more of a calm approach was a great idea. Because while I love the high octane nature of Act 3 and 4, I think that it would have been a mistake pacing wise to start off Act 5 with a battle, or start off Act 5 with someone like attacking someone, you know? It made perfect sense for the pacing. But yeah, we learned about the Moon Prayer Festival, which is kind of like a Christmas in terms of its social standing, I guess. Because like I compared it to Christmas because it is kind of like this really beautiful thing that happens every once in a while. But it is less about the religious aspect now and more about the fun and the getting together and even like the commercial aspect, which again kind of reminds me of Christmas in a lot of ways too. Because Christmas has become more about like kind of like getting together and having fun and like the buying each other presents, stuff like that too. And even people who aren't religious celebrate Christmas. And I think that's the same thing with the Moon Prayer stuff. It's like even people who don't follow the Frost Moon Scion stuff still follow this too. And we get the idea then in our heads to be like, well, this is a good break. This is a good break for us to do. And also at the same time too, we could like maybe invite Columbina to do something like this, because Columbina did so much and she's been working so hard, and everyone's been working so hard, but Columbina like definitely deserves to like be kind of like integrated into like this as well. And I think it's very beautiful that we even came up with the idea to like, you know, have her join the Moon Prayer Festival as well. We go to see Columbina, and I actually love the scene with Columbina and Aether so much, because it actually like shows how comfortable they've gotten with each other. There's like a back and forth conversation, some words shared that really felt like, you know, they are like really close friends now. And it's good to see that Columbina is someone that she's super close with, because whilst you can look back at the start of their relationship, it was like Columbina just like nearly basically almost like ignoring him completely and just giving him like one word answers, thinking that the relationship was going to be reciprocal. And then now realizing that like this person cares about me. And I think that, you know, I mentioned it during the actual quest as well, but like Aether opened the door to her heart but like then it let everything that already was, you know, trying to get into her heart as well. He just like, you know, helped open that door, and then like the other members of the Fatui walked in, like the Fatui harbingers that she loves walked right in, not all of them. And then the, you know, llama walked right in. And now she's having this issue where she still wants to return to the moon, which is a very sad part of this story, because while like I would miss her like crazy, you still want her to do what she wants to do, right? And she said that she feels like it's kind of like maybe like it's something mocking her. Is it something that like, you know, is a good thing or a bad thing that she's feeling? Because what she's feeling now, and from my perspective, is I want to go back home. I want to be able to find who I am myself. But at the same time too, I'm now feeling like something's tugging on me to bring me back down here. And it's like one of those feelings where like she's been getting rejected by the world itself. She's been rejected by this place, and she's being like, you know, drained of her power. And we learn more later about why she's been rejected. But now, and she also never felt like she had like a place to belong. Like in the Fatui, she didn't feel like she was a part of something. When she was part of the Frost Moon Science, she also felt like she wasn't part of something. But now, you know, after meeting Aether, after meeting Paimon, after like talking to all these people and, you know, joining this quest to stop Arir, she now feels like there's more reason for her to stay on this world. So it is this feeling of like, I want to go back home, but also at the same time too, I'm kind of like still tethered. Like I still feel like there's something keeping me here that I would want to be here, but she still wants to determine to go home. And I love that Aether says to her, like, you know, don't think about too much, just like embrace the feelings you have, you know, enjoy the moment. Live every moment as a moment. Don't just think about like what's the feeling behind everything like this as well. Which I think is like again another beautiful thing. We saw that as we leave, and that she was kind of getting weaker. But yeah, a beautiful scene to showcase how far the relationship has really come. I adore it. The Columbina Aether relationship was one of my favorite things ever. Going from like, again, as I said, like her thinking the relationship is reciprocal to understanding that he actually like cares about her a lot as well. We then like talk to Llama, and Llama like understands, like, you know, and Varka, they both understand that like she wants to leave. But at the same time, too, they also are big fans of the idea of, like, inviting her to this festival to give her kind of, like, a send-off. And it goes from being, like, kind of, like, just, like, the festival to also being Columbina's, like, send-off party. And one of the issues is, as well, like, with, you know, Columbina going to the party is that she knows that the Fatui are still looking for her. And she knows, as well, that, like, if she goes out into this party, the Frost Moon Signs are going to know who she is. And then she's probably not going to be able to enjoy herself, and they probably will, like, not enjoy herself, too, because she's used to them kind of, like, acting more serious around her, and she doesn't want to ruin that for people, and she doesn't want the Fatui to come in and ruin stuff as well. And we kind of vowed that we protect her. But in this moment as well, another basic thing happens where we get to see Varka and why he is, like, truly, like, this, like, well-traveled leader. Like, Llama, which I love the Llama saying this way. Llama's, like, trying to think of all these ways and, like, reasons why, like, maybe she could, like, stay. Maybe she doesn't have to leave. We know we'd welcome her, all this stuff as well. We care about her, which is true. And I think it's so great to have Llama saying this, because Llama desperately wants to show, through this whole time, she did kind of show Columbina, hey, we don't want to use you anymore. We're not here to use you. We're not here to be greedy with you. We actually do care about you. And Varka says something so important. And he says that, you know, when you, and I'm paraphrasing here, but like basically when you say goodbye to someone, don't give them more burdens. While like it's okay to be like, we'll miss you and all this stuff too, it's the equivalent of like someone's, you know, leaving the country and then or something like that as well, or someone's like, you know, going on like going to college or leaving town or something like that, and then the person that's talking to them, who loves them, goes, oh, but you should stay here because like I will miss you, or you should stay here because, you know, we all love you and you could find something to do here. Like we really would love for you to stay. And yeah, as I said, like that's fantastic that Varka kind of said like that, you know, while it's not a rude thing you're doing when you're saying how much you love someone and how much you want them to stay, it's probably more important to give people like a pat in the back and be like, good luck, rather than a, here's the reasons you should stay, you know, all the time. Which again, like, no, showing someone their love is not a bad thing, but I do think that Varka like said something really, really important here. And I think Varka like is constantly showcasing why he is just like an unbelievably amazing, important character, who to me has like a lot of amazing qualities as a fantastic leader as well. We then saw Flynn's, Duran, and Albedo, and they were talking now about these spirits that are arriving thanks to the moon prayer. And basically these spirits are like visions of the past that can't be interacted with. They're like memories in place and time. They can't be interacted with, and because of this, they are like reenacting parts, or important parts from the past that can't be changed. And it's getting bigger and bigger because of the moon prayer. We find out later, actually, it's getting bigger and bigger because like there's a the 3 moons are all in the one place and it's making the border weaker, so that things like the abyssal power is trying to get through into Teyvat because of all the moons being in one place. It's actually like a very like to me a very devastating way of like telling the story about like the past and showing stuff about the past, because what it's basically doing, and we see this later on with Duran, is that it's actually like, you know, affecting him greatly because he can't jump in and save anyone. He's not allowed to save anyone because he can't interact with these spirits. And like I think that's like a very like we saw that later when Flynn's Albedo and Duran are hanging out together at the campfire. It's one of those things where Albedo and Flynn's 100% would love to be able to save these people, but they're more experienced in life. They've seen more things. They've seen more crazy stuff, whether it be on Dragonspine or fighting the Wild Hunt for hundreds and hundreds of years. So like I actually think it's really well written to have Duran be a character that is kind of like, I need to do something. Please let me do something, because he's more inexperienced. He's more like he's not used to being on the ground as much as other people. He's not used to seeing the world as much as other people. So this thing that he's constantly trying to save these spirits, even though he knows he can't, is a very sweet thing. And it doesn't make Albedo or Flynn's any less sweet, by the way. It's actually them understanding that we can't do anything because again they are more experienced. And even then Flynn says to him as well, like, you know, there's like he senses like a abyssal power inside him, which again we totally makes sense. Like especially with the way Duran can like, you know, manipulate abyssal power and stuff like that as well. And he's wondering, like, you know, what place does it have in like Duran's heart as well, and like will that ever like you know what's that gonna manifest as, I suppose, as well. But yeah, amazing scenes between those 3 characters. I love seeing, you know, Duran's sweetness and also like the very well written aspects of like all the characters here in these scenes as well. But yeah, we learn about these spirits, we learn about their appearing more and more. It's actually kind of a spooky thing. But it was after that we like actually go to Nefer. And it's actually like we're trying to find information on this stuff, and Yehoda kind of runs in the most adorable fashion ever, like the most Yehoda cartoonish fashion ever, and says that she found basically a spaceship. And the spaceship is our spaceship. And this is one of the coolest things that Genshin has done in terms of just like being like, oh yeah, here it is. I know it's not physically there, but like when I hopped over that cliff and I saw it down there, my first reaction was just like, oh my god. Like, look at this here. And it was obviously very sweet, like, having Yehoda give us the information for free. And, like, it was obviously, like, you know, this task force that everyone was getting involved in to kind of, like, figure out what we know how we were going to, like, approach all this situation and, like, what direction we were going to, like, go in with all this stuff here. Obviously, Flynn's, the teams that went off we were with Varka, Llama, and Paimon. And then there was the team of Flynn's, Albedo, and Duran. And then Nefer and Yehoda were doing their stuff as well. So there's like all these branching of the teams going off as well. But yeah, this moment when we saw the spaceship was so incredible. And then we also had like, we found out that obviously these people can't do anything because they are like stuck in time and stuck in this period of time. And it was like Varka again, once again, like showcasing like how he is like so well traveled and so like he thinks on his feet, because you have to. If you're like a Knight of Avonius, you have to think on your feet. Also in that scene was a really cool moment for Llama as well, where Llama showcased that like she, again, look, just as we seen Varka being able to think on his toes when it comes to like kind of like the social aspects of like, you know, like in any situation, like a Knight of Avonius should be able to like, you know, think on their feet in that way. Llama also showcased how much she knows this land and how much she knows the nature of the world and the animals, and was able to kind of like make a deal with like spirit animals from the past. Just thinking about how like there was probably more fruit and more foliage that these animals could eat in the past, and she was able to like make a deal with them to kind of like find out a little bit more information. While we didn't find out much, we did find out the stuff about them being stuck in time and the fact that we can't interact with them. I do love that, like, it's the scenes after that, while we were having these, like, really important meetings, there was actually, like, a really cool moment between every single character where they were talking about what present that they could get Columbina. But in the end, they found out that basically, like, you know, that Columbina wasn't there. Now, again, it was really sweet. Loved everyone being like, maybe we get her this, maybe we get her that. And everyone was, like, very serious about what the presents they could get her. And it was just, like, it's nice to have those downtime moments where it's not just like, hey, how are we going to stop this evil demon? More like, how are we going to give Columbina a nice present and a nice kind of like send off in that way as well? And that's like what I loved about this act as well. While it got like, you know, more serious and emotional as we were going forward, and it's going to get even more serious and emotional probably as we're going forward as well, there was those moments where you're like, oh my god, this is adorable. This is so nice. And it's a great change of pace. Again, we love the high octane stuff, but to really make that high octane stuff mean something, and even whatever happens in the end of the act means something, you also have to like give us some time where we're like, okay, Let's have some pretty time together, some adorable time together, some chats, some conversations, some deep, meaningful conversations between all these characters, and it really like hit hard in the heart. Yeah, so they sent us off to kind of find out like if we can get a gift from what gift we can get for Columbina. We find out she's not there, but we notice that there is kind of like a fading of the flower, showing that she obviously lost some of her power too. Llama notices this also, and we all get kind of like extremely worried about this because there's no way she could have like kind of left by herself physically. So there's only one explanation, is that either she get carried off or like she actually disappeared, and that's one of the things that like worries us like almost instantly, because she's a character that like kind of agreed to like see us at the festival, or at least like, agreed to like listen to a solution of how she could go to the festival. And it doesn't mean like, I don't think she would just go without saying goodbye, especially after all the relationships that she made in her life as well. It doesn't make much sense, but it is a really scary moment. Like I was having a heart attack. I thought like, you know, it was going to be a situation where like because they're building up the idea of Dotori being around. So I kept thinking like, okay, it's Dotori. Dotori must have done something. He must have done something. But obviously like it was more heartbreaking than I even thought what was going to happen as well. We met Alice. Meeting Alice is one of the most like amazing moments for me. More just because like it's been built up over years upon years for you guys, but for me it's been like a 2-year build up with Alice. And finding out to see her in the flesh was like one of the most incredible things ever. And I actually found out through a Patreon chat there just like a few minutes ago that actually people knew about this. Apparently Alice was like in the advertisement stuff, I guess, as well. What I thought of when I saw the witch thing in the menu, and I said this before, what I thought was going to happen this episode, when I saw the witch thing in the menu, and I kind of thought, because I was on my mind for a bit there as well, and I don't think whoever like posted this meant to like hint at something, or not, maybe not meant to hint at something, meant to like try and like you know, give any indication spoilers, because I think that, you know, new people come in, they go like, wait, isn't, you know, anyone talking about like what's going to happen like in this upcoming mission or whatever. But again, it wasn't really a spoiler. What I saw was someone said the word, like when they're talking about their like speculation about Nod-Krai, you know, I remember I started reading a message, and then they were like in terms of Nicole or whatever, and so I was like, okay, let's not read this just in case, you know, it's something that like will come up later or something like that too. And again, at the time I didn't know if it was going to be speculation or if it was going to be something that people had seen. Maybe it was something that people had seen before to do with Nicole or whatever. But what I did see when I saw the witch in the menu, and it was, I won't lie, of course it would be on your mind. Like that's the thing, it's always gonna be on your mind. You can't bounce out. I'm not gonna obviously like, you know, lie to you guys and say like I didn't see anything to do with that. Of course it was in my mind. So I thought what was gonna happen was we're gonna hear her voice again, like we did before. I thought it was gonna be a thing where we hear her voice and something happens in that way. But actually, in reality, we're actually going to find her right now, so there's that too. But also, Alice showed up, so she might be the witch in the menu as well. I genuinely, like, adored the design for Alice. I love that there's, like, a little bit of Klee in terms of the color coding, and even, like, sometimes, like, in the eyes as well. I love that she's just, like, a really vibrant personality, because, again, they could have drawn her as, in my mind, I also saw Alice as just, like, a cloud of smoke, like, just, like, magical, ethereal, not even existing. But they actually drew her, like, a very, beautiful way. Like, she's a stunning character design. She feels very magical. She has this like really bubbly, the bubbly energy comes across so well in her physical form as well. How like smiley she is, and how like she's like breaking the fourth wall. She grabbed the camera. And turned it towards herself. Really great reveal. I was like in like chills talking about Alice or thinking about Alice, and it's honestly a really cool thing that she's like here now as well. It's more than cool. It's absolutely incredible. It's one of those moments where I genuinely am like, you know, in love with the idea that she just showed up like this. It's one of the reasons why, again, like, I think everyone likes to enjoy things in their own way, right? And for me personally, I'm glad that I didn't see Alice beforehand, because that means I get to, like, see this moment in the game, right? Some people like watching the trailers beforehand, some people like watching the special programs. In fact, a bunch of YouTubers do. And again, new people come in all the time and go like, oh, is he not watching the special program? But then whenever I go like, oh, I just don't watch those, I like just getting surprised, everyone goes, oh yeah, that makes sense, you know, that's fine. Because no one's ever like rude about it, you know. There's sometimes people are like weirdly like really there's like 1 in like a 10, or not 1 in 10, like 1 in like 1,000 people who are like oh, like it's so silly that you don't do this, like everyone does this. And it's like, dude, like I know that you, like, all they want to see me is react to the 40-minute thing or whatever, they're like 45 to 40 minutes or whatever, sometimes these special programs. Every once in a while, someone's, like, super weird about it, right? Every once in a while, someone will be like, why don't you react to this? This is so dumb. And it's like, dude, like, why do you care so much? Why do you care? And I know that's just literally because they want to see me react to something. But, like, it's like, I would rather, personally, I love my playthroughs this way. This is the way I like them. And it goes for every game. It's not just Genshin that has this. It's Honkai. It's like, because I think sometimes, like you know, when someone thinks it's just for Genshin or someone just for Honkai, like, anyone who watches my other playthroughs knows as well that, like, I go into everything, like, so blind. Like, I'm playing, like, Spirit of Justice, and I don't know a thing about this game. Beyond, like, you know, it's Ace Attorney and, like, there's some characters from Ace Attorney in it. But yeah, like, it's one of those things I already love that I got to see this for myself. But again, I'm not judging anyone. There's other ways people, like, have different ways they like to do things. But yeah, a fantastic reveal. And she talks about how we're gonna have to meet up with Nicole at some point as well. But also she says that the reason why there's so many spirits around right now is because what's happening with Columbina. There is a thing now where all the 3 moons are never supposed to coexist. They're not supposed to be in, like, this similar place. They're not supposed to be, like, I forget what the word she used, or I don't know, I forget the word she used, but she used a really good word to describe it. But basically, now that all the 3 moons are now back on Teyvat in the same world, through the Nave, Columbina, and Aether, it's causing the barrier and the borders that are stopping the Abyss from coming into Teyvat in that way. Is that what we're saying here? From getting, it's like making the barrier weaker, which is making all these kind of, like, Abyss secrets and past stuff, like, appear. And this is something that, like, is not good. It's not good whatsoever. But that's what she says. She explains that, like, Columbina is still around, but she's not here. But that doesn't mean she's gone forever. That doesn't mean she's lost forever. Because she kind of hinted at the fact that, like, there's something we can do. And she said to go talk to the mage Nicole about this as well. But yeah, great interactions with Alice. I found her introduction to be fantastic. I think she's such, like, a vibrant and funny character. She's exactly the right amount of intimidation and fun at the same time too. Yeah, can't praise enough how much, like, they did for Alice here, and how, like, they really made her live up to the hype for me, honestly. And then we had the scenes with Columbina where we found out she's actually just, like, wandering around as, like, this fading spirit, which is so sad. Even, like, mechanically, they had these, like, her movement be so, like, kind of airy and fairy and stuff like this too. And she just gets to see the world from a different perspective. She sees the Frostmoon Scions acting normally. They're less strict now. They're eating food with each other. They're not eating basic food. They're eating sweets. They're throwing water balloons at each other. They're having all this fun. And in that moment, she kind of, like, thinks to herself, like, this is what it means to kind of be family. And she starts thinking about family, right? Because then she goes to Nasha Town. She sees, like, a family bickering and arguing, but they still care about each other. And in that moment, she legitimately says to her, like, thinks to herself, like, about Marionette and how her family sees the way. And I think that's honestly, like, one of the things that's, like, been changing in her personality. She thought that the other Fatui Harbingers of the Tea Party were not her family. She thought that the Frostmoon Scions didn't care about her fully, which, again, a lot of the Frostmoon Scions were being very greedy. Some of the other Fatui members were being greedy, but the Harbingers that she had the Tea Party with did care about her. And she kind of realizes this more and more in this moment where she's like, oh, that's my relationship with the Marionette. I sing her outside the room and annoy her. And she even says something so beautiful. She's like, I never got a chance to be annoying back. And it's like, I think you probably have annoyed her, but you just don't even realize. Or she said, I didn't get a chance to say, like, mean things back, because she sees that as, like, yeah, sibling bickering. Of course it is. And then I think it's kind of, like, makes her realize that, like, a lot of the stuff on the world has changed, and a lot of stuff is really beautiful now. And it's honestly, like, a really stunning, It's a more beautiful situation for the Frostmoon Scions. It's a more beautiful situation for people in Nasha Town. She's seeing all these familial bonds, and she's realizing, oh my god, I'm leaving this place soon, and I don't want to leave right now at the very least, because I didn't get a chance to kind of, like, you know, look back and look. In my mind, she's, like, thinking, like, I need to talk to the Marionette. I'd love to be able to talk to Aether again. I'd love to be able to talk to the other Fatui Harbingers. And you even see, like, it's perfectly represented in the moment where they drop the sweets through her hand. So heartbreaking. Because in that moment, and this is why it's so well written, in that moment you go, oh my god, she desperately wanted to grasp on the sweets. She was hoping just for a split second that she could have those sweets. Not because she wanted sweets, but because she wanted to be tangible and corporeal again and real. And then she leaves the area and sees Aether, and as they walk through, and she tries to reach out to Aether, but as Aether walks through her, like, it's one of the most amazing moments ever, when he turns around and goes, Columbina? And in Zach's voice, and you could hear in this voice, he's like, you could sense she was there. And this is so important, because in that moment she realized, don't give up. Aether sensed too, I was here. Do not give up. And it's so freaking beautiful. Like the idea that like she hears his voice and goes, yeah, that's I have to move towards him. I have to be able to like. I think she was probably ready to give up before that. When the sweets dropped to her hand, that was a feeling of like, oh, that's it, it's done. And then when Ether said her voice, she was like, okay, it's not done. I have a chance here. I'm going to follow them. And they're following them all the way to the Mage Nicole. What we found out as well from Alice is that like the reason why she's disappearing, the reason why she's not able to like live in Teyvat is because she's lost her purpose. In the Fatui Harbinger, she had technically a purpose, a reason to be here in Teyvat. After the crumbling of all the moons, the moon goddess didn't have a reason to be here. The Frost Moon Signs gave her that reason to be here. She became like a part of the natural order. Then when she joined the Fatui, she became a part of that natural order as well and became a Fatui Harbinger. The Fatui Harbinger technically are also part of the natural order of the world as well. But now she left both of them, and we actually helped her sever those ties and make her be herself. It also led to her now not having a part of the natural order of this world. And it's such a beautiful, beautifully sad and melancholic feeling, because whilst like we want her to be kind of more free, it also probably led to her like having a little bit more hardships. What Alice says is that to find a name for her, find out what her name is, and maybe give her a purpose here again in the natural order. And that's what I think we have to do. And my whole thing was like, maybe we could like see her as our friend or something like that too. But the way that this story is going with Columbina, a character who had a purpose that she didn't want, a character who like was given names by people and that's how she became part of the natural order, now technically doesn't have a name that's her own, not being part of the natural order. She's obviously in a state now where she's going to be, not, how do I say it? Like, she's obviously in a state now where even though she has loved people that love her and she realizes people love her, she's not technically, in terms of the world of Teyvat, part of the natural order of things. And I guess like you could boil that down to a lot of things, that everyone has a part of the natural order, but not everyone is also the moon goddess as well. So we have to find a way to make her part of the natural order again by finding her name. And I'm imagining it's going to be like a very emotional moment whenever we get to do that. If we get to find her name, we get to find out who she is and give her, even if she gives herself a name and then like finds a new purpose within like, the world of Nod-Krai, that would be amazing too. But all this has been such an amazing story. It's been so amazing, so emotional, so many great moments. I love the pacing. I love the way that they're changing all the I love the way that they like didn't make this so far anyway like crazy high octane, but they actually made it very emotional and impactful in that way. Like, it's really, really good so far. Hi everyone, before this video goes any further, I wanted to say that I recorded the banner reaction to this, which was recorded before anything else, super early before everything else. And in the process of like recording something much earlier than I usually would, just like the banner reaction and also like a few other things, I forgot to press the record button like a Dumbo. And here's the thing, I don't want to say like I'm a dumb idiot, but like it's just like one of those things that makes you feel really dumb for a bit. So what I did was just got my audio and put it over a recording of the banner like a little bit later, like just literally like an hour or so later. And I did that like right before I started getting into all the other recordings as well and started wishing the banner. So I actually didn't really lose that much, but you'll see in the video here, it's still my reaction and still everything's still there. Yeah. Oh my god. That's such a cool looking banner. Duran, like with the purple. Oh, Yehoda's there too. And Venti's there also. This is a cool banner. This is a really cool banner. We're going to be wishing to get Yehoda for sure, because she's the only 4-star I don't have now. But the actual Duran banner looks so cool. The purple flames and everything. This is such a cool looking banner. Like, the artwork of this is intensely cool. Like, the colors are awesome. We clearly don't have enough resources to get Duran, but hopefully we'll get, like, Yehoda, right? Because we have every 4-star apart from Yehoda now because she's new. And I can never predict who's going to be a 4-star or 5-star. But Yehoda's the 4-star. Duran's the 5-star. That's a really cool looking banner. A really cool looking banner. After this, I went into the menu and I decided not to go too far into the menu because I didn't want to be kind of like spoiled by anything. And I know it sounds weird, but this time around, it's different. It's so different. We're on uncharted territory when it comes to this game. Rerir is gone. I have no idea what's going to happen with the next part of this quest. Is Rerir going to come back? Is Dotori going to show up like we predicted? I have no idea, so I decided to kind of just stay away from that completely. Not completely, I brushed past it just to get to the Duran quest, which actually showed that he's going to have a quest that is going to be 5 days it's going to take to do that quest. And that's where I stopped because I saw the word witch. And as you saw on this quest, as you just saw in this quest so far, and obviously in the next episode is going to be there too, it's kind of crazy that Nicole and Alice have physical forms now. And my mind was blown by that. It was so blown by that. as you're going to see next episode with the reaction to the end showing up, with like the mage and Nicole showing up as well. But like the Alice stuff was so shocking to me as well. But what I thought when I saw the word witch was legitimately, I saw a comment a while back that used the word Nicole, and it was actually on in one of the acts, maybe like act 3 or 4. Maybe it was act 4. And I remember reading it and just being like, okay, I'm going to stop reading this because it says a name of someone who hasn't shown up yet. And my thought process at that point when I saw the word witch in the menu, because I didn't think of it after that, I was just like, I'm not going to read this just in case. I don't want to be spoiled in that. But it was like, okay, is she going to come back as a voice? Are we going to hear her voice? Is she going to show up at some point and be like, let me help you with this again, you know? And I didn't want to be spoiling that whatsoever. Little did I know it was going to be the most surprising way ever she could show up. But yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If ever I see something like that, I don't want to just like, you know, block my ears and close my eyes. If I saw something like that and it triggered something in my brain when I saw the word witch, I'm going to tell you guys. But yeah, I decided not to look too much into that just in case it had something in the menu to do with that as well. But yeah, as I said, I could not have predicted what way it was going to happen in the next episode and also with how Alice in this episode. There's no way. So cool that we got physical forms with them as well. The last thing I ever expected. You're going to see the trial in the next episode, by the way, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And enjoyed everything to do with this. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Uzuma,
wine tastes the same as I
Radish and
remember.
Usta, Lynx Markey, Assassin,
But where are those
True Peanut Butter,
who share
Peter
the
Shelson,
memory?
Leon, High Casparian, Jared Beanham, Neo Sharite, and at the highest tier on my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you guys so soon. Bye bye.